And
it's Friday. It's time.
It is Friday. And
you know what? I'm going to have to make a declaration right now.
What's that?
It's getting to that time of the year. We're going to have to retire these sweatshirts until the sun, until the fall.
Well, go get us some T-shirts, dude.
I'm going to get us some T-shirts because it's I mean, here's the thing: is like if we lived up north, it'd be a little bit different. These people from all around the country don't understand about this Mississippi heat.
Yeah. All right. Let me do all this stuff.
How many trailers you got today, huh? You hear me talking?
Just a few.
You hear me talking? Don't look at me like that. You hear me talking?
All right. Let's see. Got that up. And let me retweet this shit. Let me retweet this, Grant.
You know, it seems like we have to I'm looking at the title, and it seems like we have to have a talk with everybody. It seems like we're just like Mother Goose. We have to sit them down for story time again. Have to sit them down like we always do.
Oh, dude. Tell me about it. All right.
We also need to talk about we also need to talk about you getting into it with Assassin's Creed.
Oh. How they didn't understand my post?
The funny thing is this is not like a fan account. This is the official Assassin's Creed account.
Yeah. All right.
That just shows you how. That just shows you how. Here's the thing: is that just shows you how out of touch with reality are. That they didn't get the obvious troll job. Like it was obvious.
They really didn't get it.
They didn't get it at all.
Like they don't understand their company.
Like everybody got it, but you. I mean, but them.
Oh my gosh. Episode. Let me get this in.
84.
84. 84, buddy. All right. Let's do hashtag Ubisoft and hashtag split fiction.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
You go play split fiction?
I might play with my daughter, dude.
She been talking about it?
What's that?
Has she been talking about it, or is it something that you showed her?
No, it's just something that I asked if she would be interested in playing.
That'd be cool. She's probably better at you at it.
What's that?
So she's probably better at it than you.
She probably is. She probably is, Grant.
Have to teach you all how to game. Have to teach you all how to do it.
God, shut up. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see. We got that. And let's see. Let me get this real quick. Let me get this posted before we start trailers.
Wait for everybody
to show up. Trailers.
Where's everybody at? Y'all better come on in here. But get on in here.
What'd you say?
You heard me. So they better get on in here. In here.
All right. Let's see. Let's get this going. All right. All right. You ready for some trailers, dude?
I'm ready for some trailers.
You know, let me get this retweet back out.
Oh, God.
Let me get this retweet back out, buddy. What? I got to get this retweet right back out. You know what I mean?
They're not called tweets anymore, Ed.
Repost.
There you go. Stop living in the past.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft. All right, dude. Trailers.
We got some good stuff?
Yeah. Maybe.
Probably
Maybe
not.
we do. Maybe we don't.
See the look on your face. That means no.
Huh?
What?
Anyone joining us? We are doing the pre-podcast talk.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do some trailers, and then we'll get into the podcast.
Yep.
All right, dude. Let's start with this one. I only got a couple. All right. Let me share the screen, buddy. Buddy. All right. Let me know when you see that.
All right. Oh, yeah.
You see it? You see it?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
There were too many. And their weapons. So many good officers that...
cops. All the bad ones should be afraid of us.
Cops shouldn't be feared. What do you want us to be? Judges? Executioners?
One thing. What do you think, Murphy?
Surrender, or there will be trouble.
You're going down!
Trouble, then.
You know what's funny about this RoboCop in this game? You know, in the movie, like, I mean, he killed people, you know, but I mean, he wouldn't like, he would always try to like, you know, incapacitate them first. You know what I mean? Like shoot him in the leg, whatever. Yeah. In this game, they got this motherfucker like Doom. He's just killing everybody. Like nobody's got a chance.
Think about just replaying original again, or Rogue City again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so expansion
It's gonna be
to
good.
Rogue City, big time. Can't wait. All right,
I should have bought it when it was $8.99.
you didn't get it when it was $8.99?
Oh, because now it's back up to $60. We'll wait for it to go back to $8.99. It will.
Wow, you missed out, dude.
I did. Did you buy it when it was $8.99?
I sure did.
No. Well.
Got it on Steam.
Yeah, well.
Sure did.
Steam these balls. What?
That's why you need to get a PC, buddy.
Well, you need to get a shut your face. This could be another good one.
Love is the answer, Imperator. The corrosion loves me. And do you know how I know this? Because it told me. Corrosion is divine, didn't you know? It's an absolute marvel, far beyond your very basic abilities. Don't you get it? One can mold the corrosion however one sees fit. Corroded stones, corroded plants, and even corroded humans. Those pretty words will be washed away. The great sea of the corrosion. What matters from now on is the sacred language of the limitless lead. Come, Soul Whisperer. Let the corrosion choose her champion.
This is the one that has the Chrono Trigger people with it, right?
Yeah, so
Good. Yes.
some of the people that were part of that game, Chrono Trigger and a few other major titles. But yeah, so this is just the gameplay, official gameplay review.
That's
I'm not
good.
sure, they still don't have a release date yet. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if it's going to be 2025 or not. Maybe early next year.
No, it was.
But it looks good.
That looks real good, actually.
Yeah. All right, Grant, that's it for trailers.
Yeah.
That's it for trailers. Let me hit up that social media real quick before we begin the show. We're about to begin the show, guys. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Grant?
I don't know anything that you.
You don't know fucking anything. You're not saying anything.
I don't know anything. I'm just looking. I'm just listening to you.
God. Talking split fiction and let's see, what's that? Talking split fiction, Monster Hunter Wilds, and Daredevil
Daredevil.
tonight.
Yes, I agree. See how I did that? Voice activated, wrote it out for you.
You're just repeating what I was saying. All right.
Me and you think alike.
Yeah, we do. We do. All right, you ready to start?
I'm ready to start.
All right, starting now.
God. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grant Rolling here with the DMG Gaming Podcast, and as always, I am joined by the guy who's buying all the bots for Ubisoft, my boy, Ed Phillips. What up, my boy?
I am buying all their bots. That's how I do it.
You did come across a very compelling discovery that we're going to talk about. It's kind of weird, kind of strange.
It is strange.
It is strange.
But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Would you say it's Stranger Things?
Is that coming out this summer?
They're like 50 now. They're our age now.
Is it coming out summer?
It's supposed to
like
come out
the last season, right?
Yeah, but it's apparently like every episode's like this big long movie, whatever, which is fine. But the thing about it is, it's like, I mean, like they try to make her look like she was 12 still, and she's like 24 or something or whatever it is.
She's married now.
She's married, yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I don't know. I forget the actress's name.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah. All right, Grant.
That can't be her real name.
Huh?
You know, because she named after Bobby Brown, the singer from New Edition. Like,
I don't know.
That can't be her. That has to be like an actress name, like you know how people have used like different names and what their real names are.
Yeah. All right.
That's just too. Richard Vanilla Ice. That's my name. That's my real name. Like, really?
All right, Grant. Let's go with that docket.
All right.
Welcome to the DMG Gaming Podcast.
Oh, I like how you
big
said
dogs.
That. Yeah.
All right. So let's go over the docket real quick. All right. First thing we're going to talk about is our favorite black game characters.
Oh, yes.
And then we're going to get into, is split fiction woke? Is it woke?
Oh, God. Here we go again.
Yep. All right.
We do this every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
is this going to be a continuing trend for the rest of the year?
I don't know. We're going to give our thoughts on Daredevil Born Again, episode 1 and 2.
Boy, you see this look on my face? See this look on my face?
Yeah.
Boy.
That's good. All right.
Fantastic.
We'll get in some gaming news also. One of our main subjects of this podcast will be, is Ubisoft buying bots? I saw some things that just doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
On their post.
We got our own undercover private investigator on the case.
But we'll get into it. We'll talk. A disgruntled gamer rant.
Mm-hmm.
It's something else we're going to talk about today. I think pretty much our main subject of this podcast is stop calling things woke that aren't woke.
God, this is
like
you're
overplaying it.
This is the 7th rant.
Call things that deserve to be woke, okay? But stop calling things that you think are woke but aren't woke.
I swear to God.
Woke.
This is the last. Okay, hold on. Let me just say this. This is the last time that we're verbally going to say this, okay? Next time this comes up, I promise you, I will take over. Like, you can share my screen, and I will have a PowerPoint presentation of what is woke. I'll prepare it. I swear, I'll put a PowerPoint presentation together of what's woke and what is not woke, so people can visually see it, so they can stop fucking doing this every time that a game that comes out. I mean, just because you don't like here's the thing is, I get where they're coming from, because when you see ugly characters or kind of whatever characters, you're just kind of like, here we go, you know. But I mean, you have to look more into it. Like, you can't just barely peek behind the curtain. You need to like look behind the curtain before you say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prepared Artist, what's up, man?
What's up, Prepared Artist? Oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, intro music. He loves the intro music. Yeah,
I know, I did this. Yep, you're welcome.
It's one thing Grant contributed to this podcast.
That's right.
Anyway, so the next thing
is, hold on. You see that?
Oh,
you love the intro music? That's my mark on the podcast. Exactly. I mean, that's it.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so this our disgruntled gamer rant will be stop calling Monster Hunter Wilds woke.
God, man.
Stop it. Then we have our top 10 list, and then our random game roulette. All right.
People are just getting away from the plot of what woke is. Like, people are just like, oh my God, it's two guys kissed. Woke. Like, come on now. Like, there's got to be more to it than just like, there's more pieces to the puzzle. More pieces to the puzzle.
What it is, you know, like.
Well, I'm just saying, there's more pieces to the puzzle. Like, there's more. Here's the thing is, you could find, like, in Dustborn, you can find 7 different things that are woke besides people kissing. You see what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't be the determining factor. The determining factor should be oh God, they're talking about pronouns and talking about the police and all this other stuff. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, those should be the things that you should be focusing on.
Triggered.
Yeah, triggered. And
click this to be triggered.
I have to go,
That's Dustborn.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, Grant, let's get in. Our first thing is our favorite black game characters.
Oh, yes.
In video games. And I'll go ahead and start. I'll start first.
Because I started last time.
Well, it's not a top 10 list. It's just, we're just talking about our favorite black video game characters. All right. I'll start with this one. All right. Here's one of my favorites. Old Barrett Wallace.
Mm-hmm. He's on my list
from
as well.
Final Fantasy VII. Great character. Tough guy character. But, I just, when I first saw you could play, like when the original Final Fantasy VII came out, he had a gun for a hand.
Which was weird. Which was weird.
Like a Gatling gun. It was
Which
awesome.
is weird because you couldn't tell what it was at first because of the blocky design.
Yeah.
I was like, what is on his hand?
But Barrett, he's overall just a cool dude, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think him working with the, Avalanche, right? I just thought his story was great. And they expanded upon it in the remakes. Giving more, for everyone really, but gave him more personality. And, first not trusting Cloud. And I kind of like I like how they expanded upon it in the remakes between him and Cloud. Like their dialogue between each other, but I thought it was really good. All right, Grant, go ahead.
So one of mine on the list is Balrog from Street Fighter.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So here's the thing for people who don't know. So he was originally named supposed to be M. Bison. That was his original name. Balrog was supposed to be M. Bison's name.
Yeah,
but not only did he look like Mike Tyson. It was too close to M. Tyson, so they had to change it. So yes, and he looked just like Mike Tyson in the game, like exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about it was. You
can tell what they were playing at.
Yeah, and I don't understand how he got zero royalties probably for that. I mean, it was the same thing, basically the same guy.
It was pretty obvious.
Yeah,
what they were doing.
But they had to change his name to Balrog because M. Bison was too on the nose.
Yeah,
because then they probably would have got a lawsuit.
They probably would have.
They would have.
All right. Let's see. Here's boy, I love this character. Sergeant Major Johnson from Halo. But Sergeant Major Johnson, like just his personality, dude. He has that cigar. But he plays he's a Marine, in the Halo series, but they base his character off of an actual Marine Sergeant Major.
Uh-huh.
And there's actually few people that I know in the Marine Corps that are Sergeant Majors that act like this guy. I'm serious, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what they did. They probably brought in a Marine Corps Sergeant Major and based the personality on.
Yeah.
But he's that wit and that grit.
Yep.
Through the Halo series. Such a great character. All right, go ahead, Grant.
Another one on my list. Major Sergeant Jackson Briggs.
Major Sergeant. What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, it's Major Jackson Briggs.
The hell are you talking about?
Sorry, didn't want to get
Major
his name.
Sergeant.
I know.
You just make up a military rank.
This is with Space Force. Ed.
You don't
Space
know
Force.
about that.
Space Force, Ed.
No,
that's Space Force.
Who did you say?
Jackson Briggs. Jax.
All right.
Space Force.
Space Force. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
They would just come up with them. And
so what do you call him? Major Sergeant?
Command Sergeant Major.
This is Major Sergeant Jax.
Command. That's not what I said. Go back and roll the tape. I said Command Sergeant Major.
No, you said no.
Didn't say it.
Nope.
Don't know what you're talking about.
This is Major Sergeant Jack Briggs. Let's God, I can't even get ranks right. This man made up a rank.
I've already run the podcast. Let's start over.
Major Sergeant. All right, go ahead.
All right. So, not only is he one of the best fighters in Mortal Kombat, but a lot of people don't like playing with him. I didn't like him in Mortal Kombat 2 When they put the metal arms on him, dude was badass. It just gave him more stuff they could do with the fatalities.
Mhm.
Because like over the top, like in Mortal Kombat 2, his like one of his fatalities was like he would like clap your head and like it would blow up.
Yeah.
It's not as believable as what it is with the metal arms.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Major Sergeant.
That was
Jax.
Command Sergeant Major is what I said.
Oh, Command Sergeant Major. Oh, you got one. Got a good one there,
That's right.
Grant. That's an
That's right.
actual rank in the Army.
I
There you
know.
go. Good job, buddy.
I know.
Good job. All right, Grant. My next one is Eddie Gordo.
Ah, fuck! I forgot about Eddie Gordo.
You forgot about? You didn't have Eddie Gordo?
I do now. One of mine is Eddie Gordo as well. I forgot.
But anyway, dude.
That's who I play with. I don't know
I
how
know,
I forgot
he's
it. Him and
awesome.
Law. Him and Law is who I play with on Tekken.
It's one of the best Street Fighter characters. Still
It's
today.
Tekken. Oh God!
Or Tekken.
What? Oh nope. Where are you from, you tourist? I don't hear it.
I
Nope.
meant Tekken.
Nope. Sorry.
But I just love the character, dude.
It's
But
Capoeira.
they really brought him out in the latest Tekkens. But yeah, I really love him. All right, go ahead.
CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Who's CJ? All right, go ahead. What do you
All
like
right,
about him?
dude was, first of all, he's the best. He's the best protagonist in all of them.
Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah, that's what I like about him.
Is that it? Is that
That's
all
it.
you expand
So
about?
he's just my favorite character.
No,
I like him.
he's a cool character. Like
Yeah.
I liked how they did him in Grand Theft Auto. All right, my next one, Grant, is my boy. God, I love this game. Sergeant James Heller from Prototype 2. I love the first Prototype, but man,
Major
I just
Sergeant.
God. But another U.S. Marine. U.S. Marine Sergeant. I played this when I was in Marine Corps. But anyway, he's he's seeking his revenge on Alex Mercer, who was your last protagonist in Prototype 1. Man, if they need to bring these games back. These are awesome. Because you're playing kind of like an anti-hero. I mean, you're killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, he killed thousands of people in this game. But I just thought he was just meaner than the last protagonist. And I just loved his character design, too. But yeah, Sergeant James Heller, dude, from Prototype 2. Awesome character.
All right.
What,
You ready?
You go? Go ahead.
Okay. Albert Francis Simmons, also known as Spawn.
Spawn. Yep.
So he's probably one of the best anti-heroes from the comic book series. People are like, well, as you said, video games. Well, whatever. They made a video game. Was the video game good? No, the video game was pretty fucking terrible, actually. But it counts because there is a video.
It wasn't that good.
Dude. Let me tell you something about game companies. They would take good ideas, like good movies. Like, do you remember The Crow?
Yeah.
The Crow, great movie. Now I'm not talking about the new Crow. No, we're not talking about that one.
No.
Talking about the one with Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah.
What's his name? Is it Jason Lee?
Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
Then they turned it into a PlayStation game. And okay, so imagine it's The Crow, but it moved like Resident Evil 1. Like, that's how the controls were.
Yeah.
And so it would be like zoomed out, zoomed in, and when you punch, you like punch through them, and then like jump in the air. It was like Virtua Fighter. Like, it was a terrible game. But Spawn, they should redo a video game like this.
Oh my God, dude. That's funny you just say Spawn because that's the vibe I get playing the old Prototype games.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what you are. I mean,
Mhm.
they probably base those characters or your move sets and stuff off Spawn.
Yeah.
Really, if you think about it. But yeah, dude, Spawn is like, where's the next? Where's another Spawn movie, dude?
Yeah. Well, they gotta be careful with it because, well, the movies weren't that good anyway. So I guess they don't really have to be careful with it. But what they should do is they should do an anime like they did the Terminator. Like the
Yeah, they
recent
did an
Terminator?
anime back a little while ago.
Well,
that was pretty
yeah.
decent.
But I'm talking about like a newer one. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
should do it like
yeah.
they did with the Terminator.
Like,
Remember?
yeah.
They should do it like that.
I mean, I would say Netflix, but Netflix is kind of hit or miss. But they got some banging animes. Like
Yeah.
they got some really good like
I think they could
Castlevania and
do it.
stuff. Spawn. They need to do another Spawn something.
But isn't this Marvel? So it'll
Movie
be Disney.
series.
It'll
or
be
anything
Disney.
like that.
God.
But where is it, dude? This is one of the coolest fucking characters in any.
I don't know.
I mean, to me, he is. Like,
No, he's
one of
badass.
the coolest comic book characters there is.
I remember as a kid, before I even knew who he was, I was just like, God, this dude looks cool. Like, just the way he looked, just looking at the covers. Like, I'd go into the comic book store. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I mean, just the way he looks made me want to read the comics. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't give a shit about, I didn't even know if he was the good guy or the bad guy at first.
Yeah,
It's
man.
cool.
Like,
It's awesome.
you haven't seen many Spawn things lately. You know what I mean?
It's like they forgot about him.
Yeah, they really have.
Who was the movie he had? What was his name? John Leguizamo was the clown. What was his name? Sad Clown.
Oh,
Mad
yeah,
Clown,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I mean, it was all right.
No, it was not. It was terrible. It was garbage. It was a
Back in
terrible
the day,
movie.
It was all right.
I mean, that movie
I
came out.
like how they did some of his moves, but I mean, it was still kind of like they were floundering, the studios as a whole.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Thank
it
God
wasn't-
Blade. Thank God Blade saved him.
Blade picked him up. Yeah, Blade pretty much saved them. But yeah, Spawn's awesome, dude.
Yep.
Anyway,
That was my last one, by the way.
all right. My last one is 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽
Okay.
from Resident Evil 5. Dude, they need to make a Resident Evil with her. Like,
Oh yeah, she's hot.
she's so hot,
hmm
sexy, but so super badass, dude.
Yep.
They ought to make a Resident Evil with her as the main character.
Yeah.
And, keeping her original design, okay? Don't try to mess it up. But yeah, such a super hot character. An awesome character in Resident Evil 5, too.
You know, I was watching. Is that the one where? I can't remember. Was that the one where Chris Redfield was like beating up the boulder and like picked it up and threw it in the lava? was that?
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that-
Well,
yeah.
well, it's Chris Redfield is basically that's your partner in that.
Yeah.
In that
No, I'm
game.
just saying, but I just remember that scene because I was just like, he's not that strong. Like he just picked up like this like 600-pound boulder and like threw it over his head into the lava.
But so she's a part of the BSAA, Bioterrorism Security
Yeah.
Assessment Alliance, the West African branch. But yeah, dude, like she's
But also, to be fair, Resident Evil was kind of running out of ideas at this time. You know what I mean? Because Resident Evil 6 damn near killed the franchise. Like they were
Resident Evil
just,
5 was good though.
it was
I liked
good. It was good, but it was just like it kind of got away from the whole. They had to like kept inventing new viruses. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's what I
Yeah.
didn't like. It was like in Resident Evil 4 they had the Las Plagas, the plague.
Yeah, but they played into it very well with even the new Resident Evils, how they tied everything together. I thought.
Oh yeah, but Resident Evil 7 brought
Village
it.
and all that.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 brought it back. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
How it originated and everything.
Yeah,
I thought that was
exactly.
really cool.
Because 1 through 4 were really terrifying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, gave you that terrifying feeling. You know what I mean? 5 and 6 were less survival horror, more just action survival type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the feeling wasn't there. But it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. It was better than 6. 6 is probably six is, out of the main series, is the worst out of the series.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, they're going to remake that one, aren't they? They're going to bring that one back, aren't they?
I don't know, man.
Nah, they probably will.
I don't know. All right.
You got to think, though. You got to think. For everything good Capcom does, they also are like the yin and the yang. They'll do something twice as shitty. So they probably will.
But man, they're bangers. Like some of their games make up for it, though.
So
I mean-
for every like Monster Hunter and for every Mega Man, they have Resident Evil Revelations. You know what I mean? So they got to balance it. There's never just like the scale is never tipped in one way or the other. It's always balanced.
All right. But anyway, those are our favorite black characters in video games.
Yep.
All right. Let me close that. All right, buddy. Let's go to our next subject. and that's going to be. Let's talk about Split Fiction real quick, dude.
Okay.
Let's talk about Split Fiction. Let me pull this up. And,
I feel like every time you say it, you're about to have a lisp.
Yeah, Split Fiction. What are you talking about?
Split fiction. It's not like you're about
I
to
didn't
say.
say that. I didn't say that.
It's not like you're about to, though.
Yeah. All right. So I saw a lot of social media posts, a lot of people going into this game because there's 2 girls in it. You play as 2 girls. All right. Let me kind of summarize the game a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like It Takes Two, right? I mean, you got this co-op, right? But you're experiencing different things. Each player is experiencing different level design as you're playing the game, but you have to do it together, as you see in the photo right there. But it's just one of those games that, I mean, like the last game they had, what was it? It's just like you working together with another player, and like It Takes Two is really fun. It was a really fun game. But anyway, so Split Fiction, people online are calling this game woke for having, I guess, I don't know what the reason is. If they
There
know
is no
something we
reason.
don't, but
No.
because I guess there's 2 female leads.
I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Like you can't.
I don't know. But anyway, so the game, like the game itself, it shows their, I guess, I would say they form a bond through the game as you're playing the game, and towards the end, that bond is, becomes even tighter. You can, I guess, the ending, you can think however you want to. If you want this game to be woke, you can make up your own things of them having a lesbian relationship after the game ends. You could say that,
Well,
but they don't in the game.
You can pretty much do that about any game, though.
They're friends in the game.
Yeah,
and they form a deep friendship bond in the game. But for some reason, that can be perceived as, oh, well, but after you beat the game, they become lesbians. No, they don't. You don't know that. It's not in the game. They don't become lesbians in the game. So what are you talking about? It's not forced. Nothing ideological is forced in your fucking brain playing this game.
you can do that with any game, though. I could sit there and say, well, Samus Aran, I've never seen her with a guy. Yeah, she probably likes to scissor women.
But this is another thing. The game director. Let's talk about the game director. All right. So he actually came out recently with a statement calling out the woke crap.
I know, man. This is, geez, man.
I do want to play that real quick.
Yeah, play it.
So let's go to our bookmarks and play this real quick. All right. Let me know when you see the screen, Grant. Let me close this image. And
this got, by the way, this got fantastic reviews.
Yeah, it did. All right, you see that?
Yeah.
Another feminism propaganda. So what is this? I guess that somebody are reacting that there are 2 women. Let me say this. In Brothers, there were 2 guys. In A Way Out, there were 2 guys. In It Takes Two, there were 1 guy, 1 woman. And now there are 2 girls and everybody's complaining. Come on, man. I mean, let's face it, man. And it's also like based on my daughters. I don't care what you have between your legs. That's totally not interesting for me. Good characters is what's important.
That's it. What's wrong with that? There you go.
All right. So let's talk about this guy, the director, Joseph Fares. So you just saw his reaction, kind of calling out people. I mean, again, the game, there's nothing in the game that's woke at all.
No.
You can perceive something woke if you make up stuff, what you think their relationship goes after the end of the game.
That's true.
If they're friends or if they become lovers, okay, that's up to you how you want to perceive an ending that you don't see in the game for, okay? All right, anyway, so like he said, like 90% of his damn games, dude, are, basically 2 people, right?
Yeah.
They're co-op. And think about this, like you only have to buy 1 copy to play with a friend. It's not like online multiplayer co-op that you have to buy 2 copies. You buy 1 copy, I can sit there and play with my daughter.
Yeah.
Which we're actually about to play this game tonight, probably.
That's cool.
He has a game of the year. One of his games, when he got game of the year, It was about fixing a broken marriage. So it's about family, a lot of family value stuff in one of his games, like
Oh my
fixing a
God.
marriage.
No.
And during his speech for the what was it, the receiving the award, right, for
Mhm.
Game of the Year, he told people to marry and reproduce.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is who this guy is. And then
You know who heard that, right? Elon
Yeah.
Musk took that and ran with it.
This guy even went on camera and everything and told the Oscars to go fuck themselves.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't understand.
Where he perceived that this game is woke because of where your mind has been in the gutter for a while, just making up shit, calling things woke when it's something that you might not like in a game, like having two women playing as two women. Well, guess what? You're probably not going to like Tides of Annihilation because the woman in the game is the character in the game is a female. He plays a female protagonist. Then you just might not like playing a female character. Okay, whatever. But that's not the point of playing. You play these games co-op to have fun with a friend, a family member, and that's what all his games are about. And they're fun. And that's like another good thing about these games. They bring you closer to someone.
Yeah.
Like I like playing video games with my teenage daughter because we can play the game and talk about stuff and we're spending more time with each other.
You can bond.
Instead of them being in their damn rooms just watching anime or whatever with no interaction with their father.
Yeah.
But, this is just another tool that you can use with your kids or whatever. You can say, oh, well, why do you let your kids play video games? They like video games. It's 2025. They're going to play video games.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, the game's not woke. So stop calling it fucking woke on social media. It's tiresome. It's stupid.
Okay, so let me just say this again. Let me just define what woke is. So let's just take this game, for example. Okay, guys, this is what would be if this game was woke. Please follow along. Let's say these two were lovers. Okay, let's just say for argument's sake they were, Yeah. And if they had all these pronouns and they called each other by their pronouns and you didn't have a choice to get around all that because you didn't want all that.
Yeah.
That's woke. If they did a bunch of sexual stuff and you didn't want to see it, but you had to watch it and you had to experience it, that's woke.
Yes.
So things like that, things where there's no choice. Now, here's the thing is, let's just say it had all that stuff in it and you did have a choice. Not woke because you have a choice. We have gotten to the point to where, and I've seen it. It's been brewing for a long time. The battlegrounds, the battle lines have been drawn. Right, you have soldiers. I would actually say that me and you are more middle centrist. You know what I mean? Like I would say we call it out on both sides. You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid to call it out on both sides. Like if one side's wrong or the other side, we say something about it. Yeah. I wouldn't consider ourselves just super anti-woke people, nor are we, we're definitely not woke people, but we're definitely not like super anti-woke. We're just kind of like, we look at everything with both eyes and make our judgments from there. I think there's a lot of people who don't do that on both sides. And then you have people who do this, who just want to be a part of the battle, who just want to choose a side, and they think this is how they go about it. Like this is, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the person who joins the war and just grabs the gun, has no training, just has the gun and just goes out there and starts shooting. Like that's what we're dealing with here. That people who do this. And when people have to get off their, have to stop what they're doing in their daily lives and have to make a video to explain themselves like this, it's becoming an issue.
Yeah.
Like you can tell pretty quickly what a game's going to be like beforehand, most of the time. And when you look at certain aspects of things, you should look deeper. because we've already said this. We've already said this, and you've said this. Dragon Age wouldn't have been a woke game had it not been for Tosh. It would have been just a decent game. It'd have been a good game, you know.
And some of the character creator stuff that
Well,
you
yeah,
kinda added later.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, as the characters themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing about it is like, so whenever you get to that point, you have to. People need to really start looking at these things and diving deep into them before they just come out with, and stop following everybody who says it's woke. Because here's the thing is, not everybody's always going to be correct. Like, you got to watch who you're just blindly following. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. But like, I would go back to, like, you know, the character creator of Dragon Age. Yeah, you have choices. You make your choice and you create your own character. But having top surgery scars in
Yeah,
a
exactly.
fantasy game is overboard and it's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like here's the thing is, and before people say, well, that's a choice. Well, it doesn't need to be there. Like, that's stupid.
Well, this is where I'm getting at with that. If you want to have top surgery scars, top surgery, okay, they surgically removed the breast,
Mm-hmm.
okay, in a character creator in a fantasy world. Well, then you can have breast implants.
No, but you're a gooner at that point.
Well, no. I mean,
no, I
if
know.
you can do that, if you
Exactly.
can do that in a fantasy world and they chose to have it in their fantasy world as a part of your character creator, then you can have the other thing.
Correct.
And
But
if they had the other thing, then I'd be like, okay, if that's what you want your fantasy world to be like, let's be fair all around.
Yeah.
Don't just try to inject something like that and think that you're, well, in this fantasy world, you know, they can remove their breasts, but you can't have breast augmentations. Well, yeah.
There's no such thing. Well, there was no such thing as top surgery either.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, Tosh, I mean, yeah, I don't want to go down that road. Fucking makes me mad.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, so
that
long
game.
story short, like, you gotta give game. I mean, you can look at games and tell if it's going to be shit or not most of the times. But for the games that you don't know about, like, and if here's the thing is, like, if a game gets a high score, me and Ed are the first ones to kind of dive deep into it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right. You know, Monster Hunter Wilds knew they were going to be right. The game looked great from the beginning. What was that, Lord?
What's up?
What was that? I saw was a big chin, a big neck, or something. I don't know what that was. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that. Everybody's watching you. Everybody's watching you tweet the links.
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's go. Keep going to news.
All right.
Oh, dude, we gotta look at these. These are hilarious.
I'm glad you saved that because I sent some to my brother last night. He didn't know what was going on. Some of these are great, dude.
All right. So, as you know, the JD Vance, our vice president,
how did this start?
The memes have been starting.
I know, but how did this start? Like, what was the reason behind this? Because
I think a lot of them started from his childhood, like before he ran for vice president, like how he looked, because he was a little bit chubbier. But there was pictures of when he was a kid. He had like a round face and everything like that.
Okay.
But anyway, so it just went overboard. People just started to put his face on everything, like this.
That's great.
And
Vance Halen.
Yeah. Let's see. They put him on a Cash Patel.
Look, dude, these people got
George
a lot
Washington.
of time. These people got a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, that's when he was a Marine.
He kind of ate good when he got out the Marine Corps, didn't he? He kind of.
Yeah, he did. Oh, I like this one.
Have you seen the one where it's like he's got the long hair, like, and he's like,
yeah.
Somebody made a gif of him like he's supposed to be Neo from the Matrix.
Yeah. Oh,
there it is.
That curly hair.
Oh man.
Oh, this is great.
Yep. Golly, man. These people got a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah, they do. But anyway, all right. Let's go back to our bookmarks. All right.
Guys,
let's see. Resident Evil. Why is my... There we go. All right. You see this?
Yep.
Are they going at this again, Grant? Are they trying to do this again? All
I
right.
hope-
So, new Resident Evil movie for our listeners. New Resident Evil movie is officially happening at Sony. Zach Kreger is writing and directing. Will take the franchise to its horror roots. You know, they've said this before.
Yeah.
Even with the new Netflix Resident Evil, be more faithful to the initial games of what they're saying. Theaters probably around September 8th, 2026. All right. They have yet to get, I mean, say what you want about the Mila Jovovich Resident Evil.
Djokovic or whatever her name is.
Yeah. Or, you know, honestly, the animations were probably the best out of everything.
Yeah.
If to be real, the animated Resident Evils, but then the Netflix series, and then they tried to remake the movie. They did another Resident Evil movie before the Netflix series. That was
terrible. That was so god awful. I've
But
never seen it.
Yeah. But anyway, now they're trying to reboot the franchise, and they're saying again, listen, now they've said this before. They said it for the Netflix series and the movie that came out after the the Matrix version ones.
Yeah.
They said they're going to take it to the horror roots, right? You know, that horror feeling like you see in the games.
Well, they got to start with.
They've
Then they
said
got
it
to start.
before.
But they got to start with the first one. Like they got to go to a mansion. They got to go to the house.
I just don't believe them.
I don't. I mean,
I do not believe these guys are going to be able to get Resident Evil right. I just don't believe it.
I mean, here's the thing: is like there has to be a more deeper story. So let's just say, for instance, just judging by this picture, let's just say they take the Leon story. Let's just say they start with Resident Evil 2. That's where they begin, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to the police station and stuff like that. They have to have the lore of like Chief 𝐼𝐼𝐼𝐼𝐼𝐼 and how he's corrupt and he's trying to kill everybody and all. I mean, like they need more in depth thing. They can't just. Do you remember in the first Resident Evil, like the only time they showed her in the house was like in the shower, and then next thing you know, she's like underground in the like that was stupid. Like there was no reasoning behind. Like they didn't show anything. Like that's not how they showed like how the virus got into the vent
they tried to show you the mansion, but I mean,
but it was
that was
like
like for 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, that was stupid. And so if they're going to do that, they have to do it right and have to start from the beginning. They have to tell the story exactly how it is in the games. Have to have the lore correct. Like you don't need to make anything up because that's not how it was created.
Yeah, they got to have an origin story movie, but it needs to be just go with the script. You got it. You got the game. Tell every one of your writers to play the fucking game.
Play the game.
Before they start writing for you. No, because you know what they're going to do? Well, let's hire this 20-year-old writer. Yeah. He's got good credentials, but, he probably never played the original game. He probably didn't play any Resident Evils. Yeah. And then they're going to write how they think the Resident Evil story should go, and then you get garbage like the last shit we've gotten from Netflix and others.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They need to play the damn games, and they need to get that feel.
Like the Resident Evil games, I mean, the movies were so all over the place. Like they had like Nemesis in like the first one. Like, what are you doing? Just like, let's stop. Like what? Like then they had Resident Evil Apocalypse. Like, what are you doing? Like nobody cares about all that.
They tried to do this like Matrix mix with. I mean, that's what it was. They were just action movies. They weren't scary movies.
Yeah, no.
They were just action movies. And the Netflix one was just. That series just god awful.
Yeah,
like nothing. It was just nothing to do with Resident Evil, really.
Like if you want to make it really,
they mentioned the T virus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Resident Evil now because we said T virus. Wesker, they had Wesker and his family.
It was like terrible looking Wesker.
It's stupid.
But like, so the thing about it is, like, let's just say you want to make it scary, okay, and you kind of want to. Let's just say you want it like in the first one. This is what I would do. I would take aspects of the game. And I would have the tyrant stalk you in the mansion. He escapes from the lab and he's stalking you. That's how I would do it. It's the tyrant. He didn't do it in the game, but he's going to do it in the movie because that's scarier. That whole idea of you being stalked is fucking scary.
Dude, like a...
And what was that dude's daughter that was like deformed and shit? That was like in the shack? Like that, Ashley, or what was her name? Ashley or whatever.
I mean, they could do it, but it has to be a horror movie.
Yeah, it's got to
Like,
be a horror
don't.
movie.
Yeah, there's a little action, but it's not really action. It's them survival.
Yeah.
It's survival horror. Okay, it's not them going out and kicking ass. Now, later Resident Evil movies, if this one's good, they can eventually tie into some more action, but not this Resident Evil movie has to be survival horror, and they
Gotta
need to
be.
make it dark, creepy, everything. It's got to be scary. It's got to be.
And you get people from like, who's the guy that did like The Ring and all those movies? That's what they need to do to get this.
Well, I mean, they could do like they could easily do like they can have it in the mansion, and it can
They
be
should.
slow and prodding, scary.
Yeah.
Like just creepy, scary, and they can do it. But watch, it's going to be like fucking.
It's gonna be terrible.
John Wick Matrix shit. That's what they're probably going to do.
Probably.
Because I don't even think that they don't even need to look at the animated movies. Honestly, I don't want them looking at the animated movies. I don't want them to look at because they're going to watch like one of the animated movies when there's a lot of action.
That's what they're going to go.
Or they're going to go back to the original movies that came out, or just play the fucking game, writers. If you're a writer on this movie, I know they're fucking not listening, but
they might be. You don't know that. Don't be jinxing us like that.
Play the original games.
Play the game
before you start writing your bullshit.
I'm to the point where
I know you're going to add in the
play Resident Evil Revelations if that's the only one you can get your hands on.
We're better than the source material. We can come up with better things. No, this franchise got popular not off the fucking movies. It's popular because of the original games. It's popular from Resident Evil 1 that kickstarted everything.
That's right.
So go back to that source material.
Speaking of making up source material, I know I didn't save this, but I wanted to talk about this.
What's up?
The report of Robert Downey Jr. writing his own thing about Doomsday, being Doomsday.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Well, let me say this. You know who already wrote the origin story for Doomsday? Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Fucking go read his comics. For the love of God. Robert Downey Jr., let me tell you something. You were a good Tony Stark. I can't think of anything else that you were good in. You're good. You're Tony Stark. That's it. If Tony Stark would have been any other actor, like he had to act any other way, no. You're not this fucking guild. You're not this fucking badass actor. Like you're not somebody that's like who has range. You don't have range. So for you to sit there and say, "Wow, I got to go in," like I picture him in the room, like who's the mask of the Phantom, where he's like got the thing over his eye or whatever with the cape on, like sitting behind
Phantom
the fireplace.
Of the Opera?
Phantom of the Opera, yeah. What did I say, Mask of the Phantom?
What the hell you said?
That's what I picture him, like Phantom of the Opera, like sitting by the fireplace as he comes up with his new character. Yeah, like no, that's not you. Like you're not that good of a character. You're not DiCaprio, buddy. You're not Scorsese.
Tropic Thunder. He was.
That was good. That was funny. That's what I'm saying. That was funny. But he's not DiCaprio. He's not Scorsese. You're not Scorsese, buddy.
You're getting Robert Downey Jr.
You're getting Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. So like we don't need you coming up with Mr. Doomsday. We don't need all that. We don't need all that. Dr. Doom. We don't need you to do that.
Just read a few comics. That's all you gotta do.
That's it. You're not that good. You're not that good of an actor. Like you're not groundbreaking.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, buddy. All right, Papa Essadew, Papa Essadew has been cast as Severus Snape in the HBO Harry Potter TV series. The guy's a decent actor, but I think this is a stupid move. I think it's a stupid move. All right, because you got to understand, I think it's a stupid move for Harry Potter series, not because it's black, but it's because people have a depiction of Severus Snape, and none of those depictions, when it comes to people that have read the books, have seen all those movies, and have that such a great actor play Severus Snape, their depiction is going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Because you're messing with people's imaginations when it comes to the books and the series or the movies. And I think it's a dumb move. But why
Well,
make that move?
Well, let's take that out of the equation. I mean, first of all, Alan Rickman was fantastic. You see what I'm saying?
Well, overall, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah, he's a great actor, but I'm saying this role,
a actor. Yeah.
I mean, for the last 20 years, people don't remember Alan Rickman from Die Hard. You know,
No.
this is who they know him from. This is who they, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, long story short. So this is what you're following up with that. That's what you're leading with. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're having to follow up. It's kind of like you don't ever want to be the guy following the guy. You want to be the guy after that guy. That's who you want to be.
I mean, you're taking one of the biggest IPs in the world, and you're screwing it. You're messing with it.
Yeah.
By this guy's an okay actor. Okay, he's okay, but he's not on level because people are going to compare him to Alan Rickman's Severus Snape.
Yep.
You had to go bigger than this,
and that's not fair to him. The guy the guy that just cast,
but they're going to compare
that's what
it
they're going
to him, and you're also messing with everyone's imagination. People that grew up with the books.
He said, "Well, look what they done to my boy." Yeah, but you know, I will say this: they got John Lithgow playing Dumbledore, which I can see that. John Lithgow is a great actor.
It's good casting.
Yeah,
I don't think this is good casting.
This is not a good casting choice, and no, it's not because he's black. Nothing to do with that.
All right. Master of TDS is at it again. This guy, man, if I was like a gaming, or if I was like the Daily Wire and I was going to open up a game, section for the Daily Wire, they kind of already have that, but I would hire this guy immediately.
Yeah.
To be a game journalist, because this guy does a lot of work. Like, he really does a lot of work when he doesn't just find something and just post it. He actually does a lot of investigative work. Of course, one side of the political aisle doesn't like him because of, of course, first his name, Master of TDS. We all know what TDS is, Trump derangement syndrome.
You can't say that on this podcast.
Yeah, I know, but already taken down from YouTube.
No.
All right. But anyway, so Master TDS, it looks like IGN has disabled comments and chat on the women-led game showcase. There you go, IGN. I wonder why.
Why would you do that?
Right after
what are you scared of?
Right after Master TDS exposed the Wings Fund Me yet again. For those who don't know, the women-led game showcase is tied to the Wings Interactive as part of their Games with Wings sale on Steam. Let me open this up a little bit more. Talk about damage control. Dude. Anyway, so this is, we talk about IGN a lot, but this is another one of their little gatekeeping things.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's like 15 fucking people watching. Yeah. IGN is when they posted this, they're 1 million plus something thing on X when it comes to followers. But they had 15 people watching, but they're promoting stuff that people don't give a fuck about.
They don't care about that.
They don't care about this shit. Like, why? But why even just inject? Like, why even have something like this?
Yeah.
You're just saying that women need, again, in gaming, something else.
Yeah.
When they don't. Because there's a lot of women streamers that are actually pretty fucking badass gamers.
Yeah.
I actually watch, Very Dark's good. She's actually a good gamer. And there's a few others. But you don't need this. Because you're separating them, and then you're making them look bad because you're promoting this, IGN, and they have hardly anybody fucking watching the stream.
Yeah.
You're making them look stupid.
Yeah. It'd be one thing if they had thousands and thousands of viewers.
Yeah. Anyway. Women-led games showcase.
So was that the number whenever it went live? Because I know we saw this. It was live. It was before because they already disabled everything. Was there a final number that it got up to?
Oh, I don't know. I can actually look at everything right now, probably. Here, let's.
Oh yeah, because I'll have the replay numbers.
Yeah. Let me go to this. Let's see. IGN Fan Fest. Nope.
They probably deleted it.
Nope. Yep. Doesn't look like it's up anymore.
Nope. Golly.
Unless I'm just missing the tweet. Anyway, so yeah. I mean, they got to stop with this crap.
Yeah. I agree.
They're just making them. They're separating them into a category separate from gamers, and then they're making them look bad because no one's watching this because gamers don't really give a shit about this.
Nobody gives a shit about that.
Like women-led games.
What about
Just gamers-led games. I mean,
Yeah.
or some, like why have this?
Yeah.
And then you make them look stupid. I know what to tell you. All right. Anyway,
They just do it to themselves every time.
they do. Okay, let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Think
It says
that
eight
is-
waiting. Eight people were waiting
Yeah.
to watch it at that time.
Oh, that's it.
That's
I think that's it. No.
Is it?
Oh, let's talk about this.
oh yeah.
This
Mhm.
is, dude. I hope this wasn't Titanfall, but anyway. So it's reported that a new FPS game from Apex Legends and Titanfall developer Respawn has been canceled. I hope that wasn't a new Titanfall
Oh God. It
because
probably
that
will
would be a catastrophe.
They've remarketed it to Concord 2.
But it was never revealed to the public, so we don't know what they scrapped. But I hope it wasn't a Titanfall. You would think if it wasn't for Apex Legends, we'd probably have a Titanfall 3 by now. But
Yeah.
they've been putting a lot of stuff into Apex Legends,
This could be
a
a
lot
new
of
anthem.
manpower and resources. But
New
yeah,
anthem.
man, I hope it wasn't a Titanfall. But that's actually pretty big news. I hope if it was, if they find out later that it was a Titanfall, that's
Somebody's gonna find out. Somebody's gonna find out about it. Somebody will find out about it.
So yeah, it's going to get leaked or something. Oh boy, look at who we have right now.
Is that Yasuke?
That is not 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐷, but
Oh.
this is Ubisoft news.
Oh boy. Imagine that. Let's go tie into some more Ubisoft news.
Yeah, it is. All right, so the statue of Akita Prefecture guardian deity, Kashima-sama, is treated as just a big scarecrow labeled in the game, an ornament in a work set in the Kansai region of the game. And this person, this is obviously a Japanese person that posted this because it's translated.
Yeah.
They're saying Ubisoft is not even doing research anymore. We've said this 1,000 times. They do not do research.
Well, they stopped doing research a year ago.
They have literally probably no Japanese people helping them with the game that's set in feudal Japan. But everything that's come out for this game, all the mess ups for this game.
Look, I don't even know. I really don't even know what to say. There's nothing more you can say anymore.
Yeah, prepared artist. Titanfall 2 was just a masterpiece. I love the game. But yeah, so it's Ubisoft. Another thing, just another thing to add to the Ubisoft list of mistakes.
Shit sandwich.
Yeah. All right. Next piece of news. Sony has laid off an unknown number of individuals from its San Diego-based visual art studio, as well as the PS Studios Malaysia. According to a Kotaku report. Well, you might want to double check that.
Well, now it's lost all its credibility.
But anyway, according to a Kotaku report and testimonies from former employees on LinkedIn. All right, so it's not. I don't know if this is like really major news, but it's just another thing of studios.
Just more
shutting
layoffs.
down.
Just more layoffs. You know?
Yeah, just more layoffs.
Maybe
Anyway.
we're getting back to normal, man. Maybe it was just so overinflated that they were finally getting back to normal.
Yeah. All right, Grant. That's the gaming news.
Okay.
That's the gaming news. All right. This next segment, Grant. Tell me. What do you think about that Daredevil, buddy? Episodes 1 and 2.
Oh my God. See, I know. Here's the thing: is I already saw. Where
You know how
Foggy-
worried, dude? Do
If
you
there's
re-listen
spoilers-
to our
if
last
you-
podcast? How worried you sounded?
Oh,
like
yeah.
you were scared
Now
that
I'm
they're going
relaxed.
to really mess this up,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
valid
Yeah.
from Disney,
Yeah.
right?
Perfection. That's the first thing I have to say. I love this show so much. I
It was really
love.
good.
So I knew before going in because it already leaked. I have to stop. I have to stop getting on the internet before when shows come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get on Twitter and everybody talks about it because nobody can shut the fuck up. So everybody's got to say something about it. So all right, well, spoilers. I was going to say this before I start talking. If you don't want to hear this and you want to watch this, move past this, and we'll let you know when the spoilers are over. I knew that Foggy was going to die before I saw it. I kind of had a feeling he was going to anyway because they needed to kind of kickstart it off. So the show picks up like right after the 3rd season of Daredevil.
Mhm.
And it shows them at the bar. They're all having a good time or whatever. And they're leaving and they're talking about their firm and all this other stuff. Because if you remember, they got back together. Murdoch, Nelson, and Page. They all got back together or whatever. And then Bullseye shows up out of nowhere and shoots Foggy. Kills him. Well, he's hanging on for a little bit. He ultimately ends up dying. And that causes Daredevil to snap. And then we haven't seen this before. Like this kind of turns it into a new direction. We saw not only was he kicking ass, he just at first I thought he killed Bullseye. I didn't know Bullseye can regenerate like that. Is that something that he was always able to do? Like I didn't know that.
But yeah, that fight scene.
Yeah. So I mean they're fighting. So I love the camera work where it was kind of like
almost one shot. Just
well,
about.
yeah. Well, it was kind of like the cameraman was in between them. You see what I mean? Like it wasn't. It was kind of like it wasn't like a behind them or in front of them. It was kind of like in the middle of them, which was kind of new. It was cool how they did that.
Yeah.
But dude, Bullseye was fucking him up. Bullseye was fucking everybody up.
He was like those bystanders. You could see, just killing folks, dog.
Dude. But he kept
wild.
There's a shot. It's a perfect shot. Like Murdoch's got like fucking 19 knives in his chest.
Yep.
It's like where he's taking them, right? And that's not one of his. He doesn't have superpowers like Wolverine, so that shit obviously hurts. Like he's fucked up.
Yeah.
But Daredevil's fucking him up too. I'm talking about he's hitting him like a baseball bat to the dome.
How he uses that rod and everything like that, dude, is so good.
So anyway, he can hear Foggy hanging on, breathing, barely. He's basically choking on his own blood or whatever until the ambulance get there. And they're fighting on the roof, and then he hears that Foggy's dead, and he snaps. He loses it. He just throws this motherfucker out. I mean, he just throws him. He doesn't do that in any other. Like Daredevil is supposed to be like Batman.
He's not even a throw, dude. It's just how that scene, that little push he gave him.
Yeah,
he just pushed him.
It's kind of like fuck it, let him go. Like that's it, you know. And so he just threw him off. He didn't throw him. He just kind of just let him go, and he just fell off. Now, like again, I didn't know Bullseye had regenerative powers like that because. You fall off one story, okay. You fall off 2 stories.
It sounded like the way he smacked on the concrete.
Well, he hit the concrete from like 6 stories. Yeah, he should have been dead.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand that. But I guess I don't know enough about Bullseye, and I could be wrong. So I guess so. I just thought he had immaculate accuracy. I thought that was just like his skill or whatever. But anyway, you see throughout the show, and it keeps progressing or whatever, and then it shows a year later.
Yeah.
Murdoch's this is where the whole born again things come from. And and the born again is kind of like going to happen later. He's not born again yet. He's given up being a vigilante. He's given up being Daredevil. A year later, he's got a new law firm or whatever, and he just wants to be a lawyer. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't want to be Daredevil no more.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can fill in any gaps that I miss if I miss anything.
Well, you don't gotta explain the entire fucking thing, dude.
Okay, I was just going like the whole.
This is our reaction.
Well, hold on.
You breaking down like the entire fucking script.
Yeah, well, I am, but I'm also getting there. Hold on. Well, let me just keep going.
All right, come on.
Okay. Anyway, so he's given up being Daredevil. So one thing I did find out about this show was you remember they didn't know that there was going to be another Daredevil anymore. So the guy D'Onofrio actually lost a shit ton of weight, and when they found out that he was going to, be Kingpin again, he couldn't gain it back in time.
Yeah.
So that's why he looks thin. Like he didn't just like.
Well, they reference that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Dialogue.
Yeah. So anyway, so Kingpin becomes the mayor. Him and his wife are estranged now, which is weird. I don't know what I didn't really understand that. Like he just left and then came back, and I guess she was like fucking other dudes basically because she was like, "Don't kill him." You know what I mean? I guess she was like fucking the other people or stuff like
Adam.
that. Yeah, he's going to end up killing them. He's going to end up killing that guy. I go ahead and tell you.
I wonder if he's going to get Bullseye out of jail.
I'm sure.
Find
Also
a way to pardon him.
It shows the White Tiger. Who's also who's kind of taking up the vigilanteism when Murdoch was taking it down. Anyway, that guy's dead in real life. So so I don't know how they're going to do that going forward. Like he died in real life. I think he had like stomach cancer or something like that or something. So he gets caught up in what, like he pushed the police officer in front of the train, or no, he didn't push him. That's what they're trying to say he did.
Yeah. But he was
So
trying
anyway,
to save somebody.
Yeah, he was trying to save somebody. Now he's representing him, and then the final episode or the last episode, he's just trying to be Matt Murdock, and these guys are trying to kill him, and he snaps. And when I mean he snaps a guy's arm and he snaps a guy's neck. He kills a guy.
Like he pinned that dude head first into the floor.
Yeah.
There's no way that guy's alive.
Yeah, no, not at all. At first, because I had asked you, I was like, did he break that guy's neck? Like,
yeah, that dude's neck snapped. You got to fix your mic, buddy. You got to fix your mic.
I'm fixing it. There we go. I'm probably
right. And anyway, but yeah, to wrap it up, Daredevil Reborn or Born Again. I keep saying Reborn, but Born Again is fantastic. If you guys haven't seen it, hopefully you weren't listening and we spoiled the entire first 2 episodes for you.
No,
go watch it,
dude. Go watch. This is one of those shows you can't. You need to watch now. Like you need to watch it. Like don't wait. Don't wait.
Yeah, don't wait.
Don't wait. Watch it.
But so far so good on Rotten Tomatoes. It's in the high 80s. I mean, I thought it was almost perfect,
dude.
How they brought him back.
They turn my boy into a killer.
It's better than I thought it was going to be.
And it's weird because they turned him in. If you notice, there's going to be like a yin yang type effect because his wife is a psychiatrist or a therapist, and he obviously needs therapy help. Like, so there's going to be like a lot of conflict there.
Yeah,
Matt Murdock needs a lot of help.
No, you're talking about his girlfriend.
Yeah, or the girl. Well, I don't know if it's his girlfriend, but that fine ass girl.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's his girlfriend, the therapist.
Well, Matt Murdock's got multiple women. He's got multiple girlfriends. For somebody who's blind, that motherfucker gets Elon pussy. Just saying.
Damn. Well, he definitely doesn't have any kids though. Doesn't have 14 kids.
No.
All right,
he ain't got that much money.
Keep going. Let me hide this. All right. You delaying? You're delaying.
Yeah, it's because of the mic. It'll catch up. It'll catch up.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's gonna catch up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Grant. Let's get into this next subject. Ubisoft. Is Ubisoft buying bots or using bots on social media?
Do you mean when they stepped off their throne to talk to little old us?
Or when they talked to little us and a few others. Yeah. But they're 4.7 million follower account on X. Mm-hmm. Okay. Pretty hefty. All right. But when it comes to their regular post and then their prepared post, well, I guess their current handler started to go after some people making fun of the Assassin's Creed Shadows and stuff like that. And we're going to share it here in a minute to see what I'm talking about. But the numbers don't make sense.
They really don't. I'm not a numbers guy like that, but these don't make sense.
And we're not accusing them of using bots, but
we're just asking.
There's a kind of fishy of their engagement.
There's a wisp. There's a wisp of it in the air.
Yeah. So let's. I'm gonna go to the original post.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna share the screen. And for our listeners, we're just going to share what we saw on X when I replied to something. But here, I'll just break it down real quick. All right. So anyway, Grum's account. I mean, he goes after all the woke stuff on X, right? He's really into tackling, going after.
He's like the general. Stuff. He's the general of the anti-woke crowd.
Yeah, and he's really nailed Ubisoft to the wall, especially Assassin's Creed Shadows. He shares all the mistakes they made, validly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, Ubisoft's made a ton of mistakes. But anyway, so he posted March 20th is when Assassin's Creed Shadow ships. They are so confident they locked replies to this. They did lock replies.
They did.
Remember to identify as non-binary is something they say a lot. We get Ubisoft to change, and other top publishers will notice. And this, you know, he was responding to Assassin's Creed main account on X that says they posted "Fight for justice as a powerful samurai and as a deadly ninja in breathtaking feudal Japan." And on this, if you actually click on this, you cannot reply at all.
You sure can't. That's right.
All right. So it's right there.
Yep.
You can't reply to that. All right. So let's go back. Let me close this. All right. So let's go back. And they responded to Grums once he was, you know, kind of hitting them on locking replies. They responded, "Thank you for considering us a top publisher." Well, no duh.
Yeah.
You're fucking Ubisoft. You're triple game, 4A, whatever. All right. And they're just trying to be smart. Anyway, so they also say, while our media ads typically don't allow comments, our regular posts do. Okay. Well, I'm not sure where and you know, they have a GIF of a ninja looking back, you know, they're just trying to, I guess, be facetious if you think about it. But anyway, so basically what this is, I mean, what he said is true when it comes to, they do lock the replies. What he was responding to posts, they lock the replies on the post. Okay. I understand that it's whatever your regular post, you don't lock replies, but on your media ads, you do, whatever. Okay. But the bottom line is you locked your post on one of your main tweets about your game. So I reply being sarcastic, like really sarcastic.
It's so funny. People didn't get your sarcasm.
So I replied to, it was either I replied to their response to Grums. I replied, Ubisoft, after finally getting a win, and it shows the GIF of Captain Jack Sparrow, you know, when he's on the top of the ship at the beginning of the movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, the ship sinking, which I was making that's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was just saying, oh, they finally got a win on one of the replies because of the ratio.
Yeah.
Okay. You got 4.7 million followers. I guess you can call that a ratio.
And everybody thought you were talking about Black Flag.
But anyway, I guess they missed the entire, I was making fun of them in my reply. So Assassin's Creed main account, they reply with the GIF of from Black Flag. I'm pretty sure that's from Black Flag, of a bottle passing. And then what happens to the bottle? I don't know if they were trying to insinuate, you know, what happens in this actual clip from the game, but it's really, they just posted a GIF of the guy passing a bottle on a bar to another guy in one of the bar scenes in the game. So all that being said from, you know, this and stuff like that, all that being said, now we look at Grum's original tweet, 4.7K likes, 711,000 views. Okay. That makes sense for his account.
Yeah.
All right. That's engagement for his account. But what doesn't make sense is this is a reply tweet from Assassin's Creed with 3.4 million.
Yeah.
And 49K likes with 3,000 reposts. Okay. Replying to a tweet. But people are liking, reposting that stuff without even looking at what are they replying to. Now, everyone's like, oh, well, you know, a lot of people don't like Grums, I guess. That's fine. All right. But this ratio right here doesn't make sense at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we go to their main account and we go to their regular posts, their pinned tweet from March 6th is 338,000. The next tweet, 49K. This is, now look at their followers, 4.7 million. All right. 49K, 46K, 186K, 231K, 82K, 109K, 338K, 132K.
And
I mean,
so on
like
and so on. Yeah.
a lot of retweets.
It's not breaking 1 million.
Not as much
on
as the
anything.
other one, but none of them are breaking 1 million. Like none of them. And then we go to this account. Yeah, it has a lot of retweets, but listen, I've seen bots that work before. They're going to retweet, like, and then you have, I'm going to show you some accounts that liked this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to see what I'm saying. I know the listeners won't be able to see it, but I'm going to explain it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this one again, this reply to Grums had 3.4 million views with almost 50,000 likes. And this is the next thing. All right, we're only 2,000.
Which is, if you think about it, that's actually more than like their last 7 tweets.
I mean, yeah, at least last 10.
Yeah.
But anyway, so look at my tweet. All right, we're 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Followers. All right, we're not a big account at all.
No.
But it looked like we fed off their bots because they were thinking that maybe we were tweeting something good about Assassin's Creed. Well, they didn't get my sarcasm, as Ubisoft is sinking ship in the GIF.
Yeah.
All right. And we fed almost 1.9K likes. We have never gotten that.
No.
Ever.
I have. I do all the time.
Anyway, we have never gotten that ever on this account. All right. And 190K views. But this is what gets me. The repost is only 3.
3.
So to me, it looks like that tweet was feeding off their bots.
Yeah, that's true.
And we were getting this before they replied to us. And then they replied to us and immediately get like almost 3 times or 2 times that much engagement, which I would, this is not what I'm worried about. Like, this is nothing because it's a 4.7 million follower account.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. I'm expecting them to get more views than us because when they post, people that follow them can see, or if they have notifications on, they can see all that shit too. But the numbers just don't add up.
No.
Like, my tweet was funny, I guess, but it was definitely not almost 2,000 likes.
That's crazy, man. I don't know, man. That doesn't make sense because usually whenever you have that many followers, everybody's tweet should be getting.
Well, what I'm saying is their reply to a reply got more engagement than almost all their tweets.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we can go down that for days and days and they will not have a major tweet like that that hits that many people. So it's very weird. Is that, or, I mean, I don't know. It could not be Ubisoft. It could be those supporting agencies that deal with Ubisoft.
Too,
But it looks like they use bots to promote that.
They're using something. Something's going on. There's some trickery going on there.
So anyway, let's go.
Anytime your numbers are like that, that is strange.
But this is the people that liked our reply. Let me go to this one. And there's a lot of this stuff just doesn't make sense. Like, look at these follower accounts. Like, they're so low.
Yeah. They don't seem like they're real people.
They're so low. And there's some that just don't have any like posts. Let me find the ones that don't have any posts. There's some that are just like, what is going on here? Like 6 followers and like no posts?
No posts, yeah. That's
or
usually
excuse me, 0 followers.
That's a bot account. Man.
That's a bot. This is a bot.
And the reason why I know that is because I had to clean up our account before. Remember that?
Yeah.
We got botted by, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we got majorly.
It was like a bunch of whores. It was like those fake OnlyFans chicks or whatever.
Yeah, and like some of them, like you see these accounts and stuff like that. They could be anybody, but like accounts that haven't been used. There was a few of them like that. Like the accounts that were old but had no interaction, but like someone's using them now. 11. And like, it's just like. And if you go, I went through a few others that were just like created this month.
Yeah, that's
know what I mean.
That's the number one sign, man. Or in the last couple months, or pretty close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you have these older accounts, and that have hardly any followers and hardly any engagement.
Well,
And
their last tweet was in 2020.
yeah, I can't see all of them, but I pulled up so many that were just ridiculous. That like it just doesn't make it makes
make sense.
0 sense for some of these.
Yeah.
I think I already pulled this one up, but I mean, like it's just ridiculous. Like 28 followers. It's just insane.
Usually a normal, and this is not for everybody, because I know there's some people who just make Twitter to look at stuff. You know what I mean? But usually it's like that guy right there. You see how balanced that was?
Mm-hmm.
It was like 100 by 100, 100 followers, 100 followers.
Yeah.
Usually that's where you're kind of at,
And this is just some of them. But I mean, if I could look back and like, we can talk about these. These guys also love making memes or gifs of like 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿's little cartoon head, and them like killing them. Like it's all over the place.
Yeah, they're weird, man.
Like this one, they show him getting his. This is from I forget what the game. What was it called? Callisto Protocol. When a robot smashes someone's head. I mean, they just have this all over. They have this weird infatuation of him.
Yeah, it's weird.
You know what I mean?
I don't know why they do that, man.
Well, they all are like big fault. I mean, they tagged 𝐼𝐻𝐵𝐵ag. We all who know 𝐼𝐻𝐵𝐵ag is Kate. This guy, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He used to be called Kate Bush's used tampon.
Yeah.
Or something on that line. But he had to change his name, right?
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He's one of those guys that goes after 𝐷rums a lot, and I guess non-woke people. I mean, he tweeted something about people calling split fiction woke when there was like one dude.
Yeah, it's like one guy. Yeah.
But not everyone's. It's not part of the anti-woke crowd. Like no one else is really calling the game woke except a few others, which we touch base on.
And he's trying to like champion and campaign like he's the leader of it.
Well, if you know what this guy looks like, he looks like a fucking walking advertisement for pedophilia. That's what he is.
He's an Antifa guy. Like,
yeah,
he really is. He's got it. Yeah. So imagine
what
they look like.
These guys are. I mean, like they. A lot of these guys who come out against 𝐷rums follow this other guy, Kate Bush's whatever second husband, his account.
Kate Bush sucks.
They follow him just like other people follow 𝐷rums, but on a different side of the aisle.
Yeah,
you're the same thing.
Yeah,
you're just on a different side of the aisle, and they keep making fun. 𝐷rums is your daddy. 𝐷rums is your, whatever. But they're the same with this guy.
Yeah, that is
this
true.
𝐼𝐻𝐵𝐵ag guy.
That. Somebody could have paid for the bots to attack him. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's true.
They could have easily.
I mean, it's not expensive.
No. But then these people would.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
These kind of people would.
Oh yeah, dude. They'll pay. Yeah. Like that guy got arrested
to make it so.
That guy got arrested for
he got like super ratio. One.
No. What I'm saying is he got arrested for Antifa crimes and then like got caught. Like.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my spill on Ubisoft. Like the numbers don't make sense on the tweets. I'm not saying they did. But someone did, or it looks very off.
Yeah, it does.
And I think people would agree with me. The numbers just don't make sense.
That's true.
Especially with, all of their other posts, man. They're not even near 1 million.
No.
It's just weird.
That is kind of strange that you pointed it out like that. I didn't know it was that much of a different ratio.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And usually when someone ratios someone in likes, the view count usually matches up.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at what that account is replying to. And
usually it's never really that much anyway. I mean, you're basically saying that almost 90% of his users saw that, which 90% of his users don't see their regular tweets. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've seen big accounts ratio people, but it's always like 19,000. You know what I mean? I mean, they'll have 1 million followers, but only 19,000 people liked it. You know what I mean?
And like you see, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Like there's so many. I went through what I could see of what, because once you get a certain amount of likes, the next profile picture like disappears and you can't see who else liked your post. But
I wish you'd change that. Go back to let's see everybody who likes your tweets. I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, you can see who recently liked it, but when you got so many likes, which like almost 2,000 likes to be on something like that, I mean, we're playing off their bots or something.
Yeah, I'll take 'em.
Something.
I'll take that engagement. Thank
Alright.
you.
But like this is just, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that is strange.
Like the analytics here,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense because if I'm a person, I'm wanting to see who the hell I'm looking at this. Like, what are they replying to?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then that would be a view for him.
That's usually the first. Yeah, that's usually the first thing I see.
But if you're a bot, you're just clicking on the
That is true.
original post because what you're doing is you're telling whoever you're paying money to bot this crap. Most of it's Chinese bots, I can tell you that.
Yeah, probably.
Or China-run companies.
Or
But
Middle
what you're
Eastern
doing is
something.
tell them to go straight to this post link, which is this reply, and liking it, retweeting it, or whatever. You know, that's what you're doing.
Never underestimate people who want to. They'll pay money for a gotcha type deal. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that he wouldn't have been ratioed, but like this is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Like it just doesn't make sense.
you didn't even make it. You didn't make it as believe. You should have made it less. More believable. I guess you should say less obvious.
But anyway, so that's what we're thinking on Ubisoft.
Yeah.
The possibility of them paying for engagement or utilizing or someone either associated with them or that just doesn't like Grums getting that thing engaged.
I'm
like
probably
that.
going to say the latter.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Grant, let me stop sharing that. What do y'all think? People
let us know.
listening. You just
Yeah,
think
let us
that's
know what you
real
think.
engagement or majority bots? I mean, there are some bots. We showed you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There were some bots on there. Or definitely what can be perceived as a bot. All right. So there are bots. It's just how many are those are bots. Anyway. All right, Grant. Let's move on.
All right.
Let's talk GTA 6 real quick.
All right.
So the game's looking like it's about going to be $100. All right. I can understand GTA 6. People have been waiting for a new GTA. Yeah, people are probably going to pay that money to get
People will pay $200 for this game.
Yeah. But will it be the new norm for
It will be.
games going forward?
Or it'll start creeping up slowly.
Yeah.
$79 will be the next price mark.
Because,
and
right now
so
there's
on.
a standard $69.99 for a, major game.
79 will be
Monster
this-
Hunter or
Yeah.
something on mainstream game like that. It's $70 basically.
Yeah. 79 will be the next mark. And then it'll just kind of go up from there. They'll try to make it seem like they'll try to creep it up slowly so people don't really notice, at first.
Yeah. It's the same thing with like your subscriptions. Like all these companies creeping up their subscription
Now
rates.
here's the thing is people say, oh, cut your cord for cable. It's a lot cheaper. Now YouTube TV is like fucking more expensive than cable was.
Yeah. And then they just came out recently with YouTube Lite or whatever it is.
Nobody wants that.
I mean, I think it's going to start going up.
Yeah.
And GTA 6 just might raise that bar when it releases. All right. Grant, that's all of our main subjects, buddy.
Oh man.
Hell yeah. All right. Grant. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's talk. Oh, I wanted to show you before we continue, I want to show kind of we talked about, people calling Monster in the Wilds woke, right? Right?
I don't see how.
All right. But today's Disgruntled Gamer Rant, or this episode's Disgruntled Gamer Rant, is stop calling Monster Hunter Wilds woke.
Please.
Just stop it.
What are you getting? Where are you even getting it from? I heard some guy, well, look at the side of her hair. Look how it's cut. Shut the fuck up.
I'm going to tell you why people are calling this woke. Well, why they think this game.
Please enlighten me, because I have no idea why.
All right, there's only one major reason. I heard people bring up the character creator and stuff like that. Like you can't have a boob slider or whatever. Okay. Anyway, this is one of the main reasons why it's woke. All right, the character named Eric. All
okay.
Right, this is a guy. It's supposed to be a guy, all right?
Yeah.
But he has a feminine voice, right? He's I guess they're trying to perceive him as transgender in the game, but they don't say what he is. They don't talk about his pronouns. He's just a character that's part of a different squad with Olivia's squad, which you see in the back to the right,
Yeah.
the girl with the armor on.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of her squad, but they never say he's transgender. They don't talk about doing, you got to call him a he, she, whatever. There's nothing. He's just a character with a feminine voice that he doesn't put in your face. He's just a scientist that assists with Olivia's squad on stuff. But this is the only reason why I can see that people might perceive it as woke.
Well, maybe he's a boy genius and his voice hasn't changed yet.
But as anyone that has listened to our podcast before, and even earlier this episode when Grant was explaining what we consider woke is,
God.
there's nothing shoved in your face with this character.
Yeah.
There's no pronouns. There's nothing.
This is the example of looking for something.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of that.
All right. Now, the Japanese dialogue, I don't know. The Japanese dialogue voice acting could be, maybe he has more of a guy voice.
Maybe.
The English translation for their localization, I guess, is they made him into more of a feminine voice.
Which is weird because, okay, let's take Dragon Ball Z, for example, right?
Yeah.
Sean Shamel is obviously a guy voice. Voices Goku.
Yeah.
Sounds like a guy.
Yeah.
But the lady who does Goku obviously sounds like a woman in the Japanese.
Yeah.
But they don't say anything about that. It doesn't sound manly at all. Doesn't sound manly at all. Gohan doesn't sound manly. No, the only one that sounds manly is Vegeta.
Well,
but I'm just saying, and Piccolo, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just take the voice and just say, oh, this is gay and stuff like that. You can say anything about Goku, Japanese version.
All right.
Couldn't you?
Yeah. There's nothing in the game that says that someone says in this game that says he's transgender.
Yeah.
Okay. He's introduced as a guy named Eric, but he has a feminine voice.
Like I said, he might be a boy genius.
But that's not woke.
No, not
because they're
not
not
at all.
pushing anything in your face. Like no pronouns. There's
They're not
nothing.
making you do the bars
Male and
or whatever.
female in the character creator. You can make very attractive girls in the character creator. You can make cool looking guys in the character creator.
Yeah.
You have this hot babe that they obviously during the blacksmith 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫, which I'll show here. I just pulled up a picture earlier of her. But 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, when you give her let's say you want her to make you a weapon or armor, they show this cutscene obviously showing her boobs.
Yeah.
Like
somebody said that, literally said that about her hair. Look at the side of her hair. That's a transsexual haircut.
No, dude. Like her personality in the game, everything. She's a badass, but like she's a hot babe in the game, and that's what Capcom was aiming for, to have a hot babe in the game.
These people
who's
are
your
going off the
blacksmith.
rails. These people
And then
are
when
going
they
off the
show
rails.
like the cut scenes of not even just the blacksmith stuff, they know what they're doing with the cut scenes with her.
Oh yeah.
Okay, like they know what they want to show with her.
Yeah.
And Capcom's doing that. They that's their thing.
Yeah.
All right. And also, what else? Anata, like, okay, like he's obviously of, I would say, Arabic or Indian descent from the character design, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's an annoying fucking character. I don't like him.
Yeah.
But that's not the reason why. He's just an annoying dialogue character. But maybe that's why they consider it woke.
Oh, what are they saying woke about him? Because he's Middle Eastern?
Yeah. Well, not in the game. He's not. He's from the Keepers.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he looks a certain way.
Oh God.
All right. So let me explain something to y'all. I have almost 100 hours into this game now.
Mm-hmm.
I play the hell out of it. I played it before we went live. All right. I'm doing all the end games. Dude, all right. The game is not woke. Trust me. I don't like injected bullshit, Dragon Age of Velgard. Anyone that has watched our podcast before, I would tell you if a game is woke.
Yeah.
Monster in the Wild is not woke. Don't let anyone fool you because they have a certain political side they take. Don't let anyone fool you, and don't let
Yeah.
anyone call it woke and then just try to say, "Oh, look at this woke game." Yeah,
Yeah.
in your face, non-wokies. Don't let them do that either, because they
It's
don't
getting to
shove any agenda into your face.
It's
in this
getting
game.
to the point. It's getting to the point to where they say it's diluting. It's diluting everything. It's making it so diluted that will eventually have no leg to stand on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's for the people that are calling this game woke on this, say, the right side. They're giving ammunition to the woke side. You're doing them a favor by telling them, oh, the non-woke people are saying, this game's woke. Oh, well, look at these crazies. And they're giving them the game. Like, they're allowing them to have this game.
Yeah.
When it has nothing to do with woke or non-woke.
Yeah.
It's a story in a fantasy world. You go hunt monsters. The dialogue's great. I mean, for a Monster Hunter, it's good. You have this hot babe in there. You have something for really everyone, but they don't even talk about agendas. You know what I mean?
It's getting to the point where it's becoming exhausting, really. That's the thing. It's getting to the point to where, like, I want to see when the next woke game comes out, how they react to it. Like, I want to see what happens there. That's what I want to see. Because obviously I didn't see it for Concord and all that. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to them. I just know what we said.
Oh, you saw the character creator. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
The character design for Concord was just ridiculous.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, like, I want to see the next one that comes out. I want to see what happens. Like, I just want to sit back and just kind of I feel like we shouldn't even say anything about it.
You know, the non-woke guys, they gave Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 where you can bang bar winches on a damn table, and you only have one scene that you have to do unbelievable amount of stuff to get choices to get a gay relationship with Hans. But they gave one of the most non-woke games ever fucking created to the woke side.
Yep.
So they can claim it as their own.
I feel like next time, Ed, this is what we should do. Let me see if I can come up with this. Okay, this is what we should do. The next woke game that comes out, we don't need to say anything about it. What we're going to do on this podcast is we're going to take a shitload of screenshots and we're going to compare, and we're going to see what the art. We're going to see how deep this goes, and we're going to see how crazy it gets on both sides.
Yeah.
And then we just want to kind of just compare and contrast. I feel like we need to do that and just kind of see where this is at and where it's heading, because I don't like where it's heading. It's getting to the point where it's becoming stupid, because you're making people like us look bad who actually have really good gripes about why these games are woke. And when we say it, they're like, look at this guy over here. I don't like that.
What we do is we get the news from multiple sources.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
both sides, actually.
Yeah, we get it from multiple sources, and we break it down from what we're hearing. Now, remember, we broke down when, this weird thing happened with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And, dismissing Daniel Vavra and his social media crap. But
that's the only thing I had was his fucking PR was terrible.
All right. Anyway, it was when they were talking about them being underage and pedophilia, the main characters in the story, because we don't know the date of birth from the history for some of these guys, but they tried to make Hans look like he was 15, having a relationship with the main protagonist.
Now they're fishing for it.
And Henry.
They're fishing.
But that was spreading around. A lot of big accounts were spreading that crap.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. What are they doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we reported that, but we weren't like, hey, it's woke. We never said Kingdom Come Deliverance woke, but we did give everyone, hey, this is what's being said.
Yeah.
But anyway, that happened, and then the Hans thing happened before that. But anyway, what happened was the woke side, all those annoying motherfuckers on social media, took that game as theirs.
And they started having their victory lap.
And they can compare it with their, Baldur's Gate 3-2 was woke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. They're putting it in their catalog to say, oh, you can remember you're calling, this game was woke, but look how well it did.
that's
You
their
know?
that's their ultimate. That's their ammo. That's the only ammo they have.
Yeah.
But you keep giving them ammo.
Yeah, you keep giving them these games, and you say, "Oh, yeah, look what happens when you go woke. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't go broke."
Such and such. Yeah, such and such said that.
But none of those games are
Kingdom Come-
woke.
I know.
But they have them now.
Yeah.
Because of the non-woke side of their fucking sometimes ridiculous rumors they spread.
Well, it's not
And
even
what-
that. I feel like they just follow people. I feel like they're not even necessarily like, because here's the thing is, like we said before, me and you, we get our sources from a lot of people. I've actually gotten into an argument with GameSpot personally because some of the bullshit that they write.
Yeah.
I didn't just get into the argument just for the sake of getting an argument with him. I read his shit and it was terrible, and I called him out on it. And we went round and round for hours, it seemed like. So we do our due diligence whenever it comes to whatever. Like, so we always see, look, here's the thing is, every time IGN puts out a 7 or puts out a high score, we read it and we see why. And whenever they put out a low score, again, we read it because more than likely that's like the kiss of death of it's going to be good. So you have to be able to, first of all, whenever you see a game like this, and if you're smart enough, you should be able to spot the signs of everything that would be quote unquote considered a woke game. Now, what you should do is, the first thing you do is whenever you are reading an IGN or a GameSpot or one of these reviews or something like that, read the review all the way through and then see if it starts mentioning like social justice or any of this other stuff. Then you can kind of go like, all right, here we go.
You can select transgender and top
Yes,
surgery
correct.
scars. They
Correct.
include everybody.
Or if
in
they
a fantasy
say,
world.
or if it's a low score and it says, well, it doesn't have enough diversity. All right, well then there we go. You know what I mean? So it don't take long to read. You don't need to parrot what other people are saying. That's very dangerous. We when we first started this, we kind of were doing that a little bit because we didn't really know. Then we just kind of like, you know what? We're going to forge our own path and we're going to do our due diligence, because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of, and there's people who do their due diligence. I'm not saying that they don't. What I'm saying is there's not people who do enough of it. That's what I mean. Yeah. And we're trying to fill that gap of doing it and being able to be. And the thing about it is if there's one side that says it is and we feel like it's not, we're going to be honest and say that it's not.
Yeah. Another thing for Monster Hunter Wilds is what they're calling is Olivia, who's one of your companions in the game. They're saying that, I don't know, they think she's a lesbian, but nowhere in the game does that mention anything. She's a tough person.
You know,
but she has a feminine girl. What?
Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah. Anyway, like the Olivia is good voice dialogue, cool character, helps you out on a hunt. She's the leader. She's the main hunter of another squad.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a peer as a hunter.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, when she's at that campfire scene and she doesn't have her armor on,
she's stacked.
I mean, she looks pretty good. But there's nothing hinting of anything woke with her.
Yeah.
She's just like, think of a Ripley from Alien. Yeah. A tough, badass female character.
Well, they just see short hair. They automatically assume.
Yeah, they see the hair. But I mean, like, what, you want a hunter to have long flowing hair and go into combat against big monsters?
Mine, yes. Latina, basically.
Yeah, you can make your character however you want to. That's part of the character creator. But the way she would make, as a companion, if my Marine Corps mind of combat and everything like that, I'm looking at Olivia and how they made her. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. Like someone, her personality and what she does for her job, it makes sense.
Well, don't they make the women Marines tie that shit in a bun?
There's regulations.
Yeah.
It has to be a bun, and there's regulations how long the hair can be.
Yeah, well then that makes sense. You're
Yeah,
not gonna
I
you're
mean,
not
I'm
gonna
just
go
saying, like,
you're not gonna go out there
it
running through
makes
the
sense how they did the character as
Yeah.
being a mainline hunter, what she is. She's not your side companion. She's part of another squad as one of the main hunters for that squad.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know. I guess they thought she's a lesbian.
I don't
But
know,
there's
man.
there's no like love interest. There's nothing in there to hint that she's a lesbian.
She's
Maybe
not
that's
like
why they think she's woke. I don't know.
she's not like coming up to your character like, hey, you want to get some pussy? You want to go fuck the
Yeah, man. Like it's wild. So no monster. All right. So end of the day, our disgruntled game rant. Monster Hunter Wilds is not woke.
So shut
Stop
up.
calling it fucking woke.
It's not.
If
Shut
you're
up,
calling it woke, you're a fucking idiot.
idiot.
Go sit your ass in the corner.
Corner.
It's not.
Not.
And for your woke people that are taking what these very few people are saying, calling it woke, and trying to make it your game, I was like, oh, woke, you don't go broke. No, it's not that either. It's just there's no agenda in the fucking game.
I
It's
was gonna
for
say that.
everybody.
That doesn't even make sense. Go woke, go non-broke. Like, shut up. Come up with something good. Like, come up with something better.
But it's for everybody. The game is
Yeah.
for everybody. You can make whoever you want in the character creator.
These people are idiots.
Yeah. All right, Grant. That's a disgruntled gamer rant. Next subject is our top 10 list.
Okay.
All right. Grant.
Yep.
Today's top 10 is top 10 games that need a remake or remaster.
All right.
All right, Grant. I'll go
I went
first.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I got you. Don't worry. I got you. All right. Grant, my number 10 for games that need a remake or remaster is Earthbound.
Okay. Yes.
I think it does.
I agree.
I would much prefer a remaster. You know, upgrade the little background, some of the pixelated stuff. You know, make it a remaster. Don't need a full blown remake where you pretty much just making a brand new game. I don't need a remake for this game. A remaster. Keep it the exact same game. Maybe add, stuff to make it better, but you don't got to mess with much.
Yep.
Just do a good old remaster. That's all you need. HD 2D remaster, whatever you want to do, but don't do a complete remake. All right, Grant, go ahead.
All right, my number 10. So this would be in like it wouldn't be a remake, it would be a remaster in the form of the new Metroid Dread. What was it? Is that what it's called? Dread?
Yeah, Dread. You're talking about the newest one on
the newest one.
Switch, right?
Like crisp like that. Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Easy.
I mean, you take that game and then you make it that gorgeous, like even more beautiful with better sound, upgrade all the sound and stuff. I mean, you got an automatic 10 game.
Oh, easily, dude. Like, yeah, man. Like any, I mean, HD 2D, whatever, pixel remaster. I mean, make the background crisper or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I think that would be perfect.
Yeah.
It would be perfect. Intent quirk, cheap viewers on Streamboo. Sorry, dude. We don't buy viewers. Next.
Oh, yeah.
Let me block that. All right. But yeah, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, dude.
Be good.
Would be awesome. All right, Grant. My number 9.
Mm-hmm.
This is a rumor that they are doing a remake. It's a rumor. It's not really. I mean, they've been talking about it for a while. It's a rumor still, I think, until I see footage. But Knights of the Old Republic, dude. This was a fantastic RPG.
Yep.
One of the best Star Wars games ever made. They need to. I would take. I would. I really actually want a remake for this. I really would.
Good. Yeah, that'd be good.
I would want a remake for this, the next gen, or just a new one. I would take a new one, but this one definitely needs. It either needs a new game or a complete remake.
Yep.
Bring the next gen. All right, Grant, go ahead.
My number 9 is Squaresoft at the time made a game that took the mixture of Resident Evil and an RPG, and they put it together. And what was that game, Ed?
What was it?
Parasite Eve.
Oh, you took mine, number 8.
Oh. Parasite Eve. This game needs to be redone, and I wouldn't even be mad at a remaster.
It needs. I would want a remake for this.
That's what I meant. Remake.
Or a
I'm
new
sorry.
game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Remake. I'm sorry. Yes. I think with the upgraded graphics, do you have to go full Final Fantasy VII remake? Maybe not, but
This would be it would be a lot easier game to remake than Final Fantasy VII.
yeah,
It would be.
Yep.
But yeah, like, yeah, dude, like this game. I mean, I'll take a new game or remake, but Parasite Eve needs to come back.
Yep.
So such great games. All right.
You said that was your number 8?
Yeah, this is my number 8. What's your number?
All
8?
right, my number 8. Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Yep. Morrowind.
Yep.
You know this is never going to happen because they're so
No.
tied down with.
No. I don't think they need to go full force, as in like Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Yeah.
You know, just make it less clunky. Like make the characters look less chunky. You know, just clean it up. So I'm not going to sit here and say a remake, a remaster would be good for this.
I'd go. If they're going to do anything with this game, it's got to be a remake, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, because you have mods that bring it up to a remastered style, but it's still not. The mods still aren't there to make it look next gen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If they do anything with this game, being that it's so modded heavy, I would go with the remake. I would go with the
Makes sense.
remake, but I don't
Okay.
think we're ever going to get it because Elder Scrolls 6 is bogging them down.
yeah.
And hopefully we don't need this because Elder Scrolls 6 will be so good that you don't need to bring back any of these.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully. All right. My number 7, Grant, is Vagrant Story.
Yeah. Okay.
I want a remake, brother.
Okay.
I want a remake or just a new game. Bring the Vagrant Story world back to us. And give me that gameplay. Give me that storytelling.
It's good.
But you could probably streamline the systems maybe, but I wouldn't really touch much. But having this gothic world is just a cool RPG. Very, I would say, it technically is kind of under the radar. It
Mhm.
wasn't like one of those huge selling games, like your Final Fantasies, but it was such a fantastic game that I would love a remake for this or just a new game. All right, go ahead, Grant.
Was it number 7?
Yeah.
Number 7 for me, okay, is the original Legend of Zelda.
Oh,
Yes. Now, I think they should take. Now, we're not talking like Breath of the Wild, not like that. The last Zelda would suffice. The one that they just came out with on the Switch. I can't remember what it's called. The one where you play as her.
Echoes of Wisdom.
Yes. So that type of graphics, for the original Legend of Zelda, that would be huge. That would be actually fantastic. I was going to say Zelda 2 because it's so less pop. Well, I like it, but overall in the scheme of things, a lot of people don't like it just because it's so different.
Still a cult classic.
Yeah. I mean, but there's so many stuff you could do with it. But I chose this one because I feel like if you take those graphics and you just enhance them to Switch type graphics, to the Super Nintendo looking overlook, you know what I mean? Like that whole look, fantastic. That's what they need to do. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they did it. That can't be that far off of an ask. You know what I mean? Like that shouldn't be. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I mean they could do it either like Echoes of Wisdom or what are those other games, Zelda like games?
Well, I mean, it's like you mean like
what was that name? It's called
like I don't think they need to do any 3D stuff. It just needs to be like the Minish Cap stuff, like games like that kind of view, you know.
Yeah, like an Eastward.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Just kind of updated graphics, but that over the top look.
Yeah. That's it. That's all they have to do.
But yeah, I think that'd
actually be a banger.
Yeah, it would be. All right. Let's
I mean they did it with Metroid, the first Metroid. They made that, what was that one? Mission Zero or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, they could easily do it.
they should. That's what they should do.
All right. Number 6. Number 6, Grant, for me is Dino Crisis.
Yeah. I
Now,
actually forgot about that game.
yeah, they brought it. They brought just the port.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can play the new port now, I guess, on, what is it, the PlayStation Network or whatever.
Yeah.
You can play the port, but it's still not a true remaster remake. I would want this as I want either a new Dino Crisis or a remake of this game. All right. They need to bring it. They need to bring this next gen.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just like the concept. It's they could use the Resident Evil engine, all right, just like they had for the remakes and Monster Hunter. They can use the Resident Evil engine. I mean, dude, they have the blueprint from Monster Hunter like type movements, you know, like that, you know, the monster movements. They got it. And technically, a lot of those things are dinosaurs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's true. Yeah,
a lot of the monsters in Monster Hunter resemble dinosaurs. They could easily do this on the new the RE engine.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go into mine. I can't remember what number we're on. I have to wait for him because I forgot. Let's see. What number are we on? Tell me.
6, dude.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, keep it up.
I'm losing my spot. Listen. Okay. All right. Here we go. So this is the game that would be way better than whatchamacallit, Shadows. Whatever. If you had an updated version of Tenchu Stealth Assassins, a real true ninja game, like I'm talking about, like a real stealth ninja game, not fucking Assassin's Creed type. I'm talking about a real where that's the game. You're a ninja and you're killing people, like cutting their throat, and like that. I love that game, dude. That was one of my favorite games. I just remember you going in there like, "Ooh, ninja!" and they come and attack you, or whatever. Because I was never really good at being seen, but they had all kinds of weapons, dude. You could throw the little spike things on the ground, they'd step on them and stuff like that.
No, this was like a ninja simulator, dude.
Dude, it was great, dude. I love
this. Was like a ninja.
Yes.
Yeah, prepared artist 100. Yeah, it was like a ninja simulator.
Yep.
It was awesome.
This game was so good, dude.
Yeah, I would want a new one, or just a complete remake on this.
Yep.
All right. Number 5. This might not be popular, but I think they should do it. And I just think they should give it the love like they did Resident Evil 2 remake. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Code Veronica X.
Yeah.
I actually loved this. I liked this Resident Evil, dude.
It was good. It was real good.
You got mixed reviews, but I really liked this Resident Evil. But yeah, they need to remake this.
Or Resident Evil 0, like one of those two.
Yeah. This 0, not 6. I'd take 5 too. I liked 5, but they need to remake it, dude. They need to remake it. Yep. This was I thought this was a good Resident Evil, and I liked how they, I just liked the setting with Chris Redfield and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I think this was a fantastic game. But yeah, go ahead. Number 5.
That leads me into my number 5, and I just said it. Resident Evil 0.
There you go.
I actually thought you were going to take it whenever you said Resident Evil. I was like, oh God.
Resident Evil 0?
Yeah.
I remember when this game came out, I was like, what is this? I didn't
even
even know it was like a prequel to Resident Evil 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome.
Which was kind of weird because I didn't really know much of. I thought the virus was the Resident Evil 1 was where so it was kind of confusing, but it was still a good game.
It's Rebecca Chambers, right?
Yeah,
she's with the main protagonist in this game.
I think so. I think that's her. It wasn't Ada, was
Rebecca,
it?
Right?
Was it Ada? No,
it wasn't Ada. I think it was Rebecca Chambers.
I can't remember, man.
She's
been
the
years.
Nurse. Yeah. Yeah, it was Rebecca.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I love, dude, the train aspect of the beginning was so cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool. Like it was just so creepy, man. But I liked how they did it.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we're getting into the good ones.
We get into the good stuff now.
All right, Grant. My number 4 is Final Fantasy VI.
Okay.
I want just an HD 2D remake or remaster.
Yeah.
Just HD 2D like they do with all those other games.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me that. That's all I need.
They're going to say, well, they already did a pixel remaster. No, that's not what we mean.
No, not that. I'm talking about a HD 2D and like a legit remaster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a whole fucking 5 years of trying to do a fucking remake for a game like this.
Correct.
This game is still great to play today.
Yeah.
All right. You don't need to do much to it. All right. Go ahead, Grant.
My number 4 is another Legend of Zelda game, and it's Ocarina of Time in the style of Breath of the Wild. I like
So
that.
You would want an open world Ocarina of Time.
But I want it to be like, I don't want fucking your weapons break, none of that shit. I just like that look. I love that look, but I don't want the aspects of Breath of the Wild at all. Not at all. I just want the look. I don't want any where your weapons break or any of that shit. I think it'd be a very crisp game if you do it like that, because it's one of the greatest Zeldas of all time.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It is the greatest Zelda of all time, in my opinion.
Well,
you can. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would say this. I love Twilight Princess. I thought that was really good.
I don't know. Wanda Gameline's pretty good too.
But yeah, this would be
my
cool.
cakes are burning.
This would be cool with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it would
type
be
graphics. It would be really cool. Yeah. All right. Grant's. Oh, number 3.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3, Grant, is one of the most underrated RPGs of all time.
We have the same one, I guarantee it.
The most underrated RPG of all time, and still to date, one of the best RPGs of all time, is The Legend of Dragoon.
Oh, we don't have the same one. I do have that one though.
Oh, you do have that one.
That one.
All right. So the story of Dart, but this game, dude, we might talk about this game quite a bit in several.
That's my number
podcasts.
2, by the way.
Okay. But anyway, this game is again one of the most underrated RPGs of all time. But I remember again when this game came out
Out of nowhere.
I just saw Dragoon. I was like, "Oh,
this game literally came out of nowhere." We literally were like, I remember being at Walmart with you, like, what is this game? Like, we never heard anything about it. And we were on our shit.
Didn't hear anything about it.
Like, we were on our shit talking. Like, we knew about games coming out. Like, we thought it was going to be like a bootleg piece of shit. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Dude, this game needs a I want a remake, brother. I want a remake or a sequel.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be real good. All right, so my number 3 is, it's probably Ed's number 2 or number 1. I can guarantee it. Xenogears.
Brother, that's my number 2.
Okay, all right.
That's
Legend of Dragoon.
2.
So Legend of Dragoon is my number 2. So you're gonna go right to number 1, and we probably got the same number 1. I guarantee we got the same number 1.
Xenogears, dude, they got to do something.
They got to, man. They got to.
Don't touch the fucking story, because I know it has a religious tone to it.
Oh,
I know those little new age fucking devs. They'll probably try to change this in a remake.
Yeah,
I don't want a remake for this. I do
HD.
I do not want a remake for Xenogears. Nope. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a sequel. I don't want a remake or a sequel. I want a remaster, HD 2D remaster for this.
That's it. That's all they
I don't want you to touch anything besides just the graphic stuff.
Yeah, but they probably will.
You don't have to do anything to it besides updating some graphics, give me some crispier cut scenes, those anime scenes they did. Just that's all you got to do.
Yep.
But if they do a remake for this game, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Because they will make some or new age stupid shit, and they'll change the story, dumb down the language. It's a raw game, dude. The story's raw.
Yeah, no, it's good.
But yeah, definitely do.
Or at least, if you're not going to do it, just at least let us play it on PlayStation 5. Like, let's please just do something. Just put it on the store. How about that?
Hell yeah! All right, Grant.
Our number 1's
that was my number 2 also.
Our number 1's the same.
Yeah,
my number 2 is Legend of Dragoon.
All right, let me go ahead and pull it up then.
Go ahead and pull it up. It's fucking Chrono Trigger.
It's fucking Chrono Trigger, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, God.
Do something with
this. This is the game that I want them to remake it, but I don't want them to because I know how bad they can fuck this up.
I know
it's
kind of like
they can fuck it up.
It's kind of like, man, do you really want them?
Because they'll turn
younger people to touch this game.
They'll turn Luke into a lesbian because of the way she looks.
Yeah, they'll do
Easily.
something.
Yeah, easily.
They'll put some type of agenda-driven crap
Yeah,
in there.
because the way she
Especially
looks.
nowadays, Square Enix.
Yeah.
I would prefer just a HD 2D remaster, whatever. I would prefer that, but a remake is still like, whoa, man.
but I
could
feel
they
like they
do
could-
that right?
But I feel like they could over remake it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the point where it's like, all right. You know what I mean? But I think the remaster is
Or
the way to go.
a true sequel. I'd take
Yeah.
a true sequel.
Yeah, I
A
don't think that's,
continuation of their story.
yeah, we can wish in one hand and shit in the other and see what comes first. I mean,
Let me show like some concept. Dude, I was looking at fan arts for Chrono Trigger, like how it could look.
did I ever show you that video of that guy who
Yeah.
made it
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they shut him down? They fucking like sued the fuck out of him and took his video.
yeah. I remember
Like
you
this
showed me
dude, this
that.
dude went through and made a whole fucking 3D version of Chrono Trigger of the game.
I mean, they gave like new spins to it, like fan
Yeah.
art stuff.
Yeah.
Like what it could look like. I like how Chrono looks. I don't know about no, I mean,
Ayla
they
or
look
whatever.
all right.
Ayla
Yeah.
or whatever her name is.
Yeah, they look all right. But
They made Frog look a little puny. Like he's kind of,
no, I mean he's a small guy.
he got some muscle. 'Cause
But dude, this
he
was
played-
another like a fan sequel that could have been. You remember what I talked about?
Yeah, that's tight. That's actually
Bringing Magus as the main character, and he goes through. He goes and tries to find the companions. Because you remember after the DS ending,
yeah,
you get the DS ending shows your companions just get scattered through time,
yeah,
and Magus is there. Bruh, you could bring Magus in a sequel, and he goes finds everybody.
yeah.
Like, and I could imagine the Toriyama like animation. You know, they still can do,
Yeah.
even though he's dead. But like, they could do it, man.
Or they can get
They can don't fucking give me Chrono Cross 2.
God.
I don't want
they'll
that
do
shit.
first. They'll do that first.
I want this.
That is
To
tight.
bring my boy Magus back.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that style, dude. Like
I
this
have
would
a-
have been a great sequel.
I have an honorable mention, and I feel like this game is always gonna get lost in time.
Yeah.
It's fucking Record of Lotus War.
That needs a
That game
needs
is
to come
so
back.
dude. That game is so underrated. Like people don't understand. If you have never played Record of Lotus War, I mean, it's for Dreamcast. Go find the ROM for it. It's a dungeon crawler, but it's Record of Lotus War. Take the anime, take a Diablo type. Well, not like it's a little bit different, but I mean, esque dungeon crawler, and combine them. I mean, you're gonna hear that guy say a mighty spell 45,000 times, and that gets annoying. What they should do is if they remake it, make him say something different, like different times. Cycle through it.
dude.
Yes.
Dreamcast had some bangers, dude.
Dude, Dreamcast did have.
They had some
bangers.
select few that were just amazing games.
Yep, they did.
And this was one of them.
Yep.
Diablo
did.
style combat. Like it was so good. Do you still have my copy of this game?
Probably. I found my Dreamcast. I'm about to go. I'm about to go open it and see what's in there. There's a
The best
possibility.
record of
There's a possibility. I'm in hands reach of it. I'm gonna go when this is over. I'm actually gonna go look at it and see what's in there.
Crave Entertainment. Wow.
Are they still around? Let's see if they're even around anymore. It's
Crave Entertainment? Man, I don't know if they got. I think. Let's see. Dissolved. Nope.
Mm,
They got dissolved.
Yep.
But yeah, they had some decent games.
yeah.
I remember the Arrowwing games. Those were really good.
Yeah, it's true. I forgot about that.
They had Asteroids Hyper on the 64. What else did they have?
If you think about the Nintendo 64, here's the thing about Nintendo 64. They had some really highs, Mario, Zelda. They never really had any just like mid games. It was always really good games or fucking garbage ass games. They had a lot more garbage than they did good games, but luckily that their IP carried them through it because they had a lot of shitty fucking games. They did have a lot of shitty games. Like if you think about like Quest 64, like that's fucking terrible. Like if you go back and look at those fucking Castlevania games, yeah, they were fun at the time, but if you go back and play them now, those things are ass.
Dude, Crave was one of the first game companies to make some of the first UFC fight game.
Yeah.
You You remember they made Tap Out?
Yeah, they made it for the Dreamcast, and it was shit. It
Like
was fucking terrible.
2002 or something when UFC was first coming up.
I remember because back then you can burn games, and my brother like burned it, and now all he had to do was just like have like a flash disc and all this other shit. You had to flash it and whatever. So my brother burned it for me, and that game was terrible because like if you were like fought somebody very powerful, like a George St. Pierre or whoever it was back then, they hit you one time and fucking kill you, like knock you out. It was like way off balance. It was terrible, but they did, yes.
Man, Crave Entertainment. Can't believe that.
You know what?
They made some pretty good games.
I have an idea for our next top 10.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we're going to find our next top 10 for Tuesday. So you don't have to give us one for Tuesday. Our next top 10 for Tuesday is top 10 games from dissolved companies that no longer exist.
Or maybe just top 10 dissolved companies, gaming companies.
Well, we got to pick out their game, like their star game. But yeah, that's fine. Either way, however, that's cool.
We'll think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll iron it out. But it's going to be along that line.
Yeah, it'll be along that line. But if you guys do have top 10 ideas, just leave a comment on any of our stuff and all of our socials, YouTube videos, or wherever you're watching. Just leave a top 10. We'll see it. We'll see the comment.
Yep.
Top 10 idea.
And that is the top 10.
Yep, that is the top 10. Man, Crave Entertainment. I forgot all about them.
Man.
All right. Grant, we're at our last subject of the podcast, buddy.
Yeah, it's a long
Our last segment.
It's a long one.
Yep, it is a long one. Right. Our last segment of the podcast is a random game roulette. This is where we get AI to choose us a random video game.
I like how you choose the same picture. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot better than the one you shared on your email to me.
Next time we're going to use that one.
No, we're not.
I'm going to slide it in. What I'm going to do.
No, I deleted that mother.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to share
I deleted that email you sent me.
That's fine. I still got
That's
it.
how garbage it was.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen, pull it up, and make it bigger.
Not on this. Not when I'm controlling not when I'm at the controls, buddy. Nope.
If y'all want to see greatness, y'all just let me know.
No, we ain't seen that shitty picture again. All right. So this is where we get AI to give us a random game from any era, and we talk about it, learn about it, and we learn some gaming history.
All right.
Some gaming history.
Please give us something we know.
Yep. All right. Let's go ask AI.
It doesn't give us any good like computer games like Leisure Suit Larry. You remember Leisure Suit Larry?
Yeah, but we just had the Pepper 2, and what was that? No. What was that? Something Willie. You know, the drunk guy, the picture of the dude in the toilet throwing up.
Yeah.
Slapstick Willie.
Slapstick Willie. We had that one where it's like the Japanese fighting game where they're like all fucking statues and shit.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, we got some pretty bad ones. Anyway.
We got some weird ones.
All right, let me ask AI. Give me a very random game from any console or any era. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh boy!
Why is it in the? It's another. It's something. It has the word pepper in it.
Okay, well do you want to ask it
it's
again?
It's not Peppers 2 from last week. All right, so let me pull up this game.
All right.
I've never played this. I know I haven't.
What system is it on?
It's from 1993. Oh,
okay.
It's MS-DOS. It was a computer game.
Okay.
Well, there you go, Grant.
Hold on now. I might have heard of this game.
Oh, you have?
I may have. It depends on what it is.
All right. Let's let me find it. Oh, MS-DOS.
Is it Mech Warrior?
Have I played this game?
I don't know.
Here, let me pull up a picture. There's not many pictures of it. That's a small picture. Let me get a bigger picture. There we go. All right, Grant.
King's Quest?
No. We won't get that lucky. All right, so today's episode of the Random Game Roulette, it is Pepper's Adventures in Time.
I do not know this game. I do not.
All right, let's look up. All right, so let me.
This is like one of those. This is one of those games that you find at Walmart. There was just in the regular CD case. Remember, there's like in the CD holder or whatever. They're like $4.
Yeah, it was one of those educational games. I know that.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's educational. Yeah. Come on.
It's like Oregon Trail, learning how people die from dysentery. And
oh god, yeah. I didn't play it.
Oh, this was in the category. Remember the math games with that rabbit? Remember that? Damn, bro. You don't remember that math game?
No, I remember Mavis Beacon had a type. Was it all the right type or whatever it was?
Rabbit in the 90s. What was that fucking game called? Oh, Math Rabbit. Yeah, Math Rabbit.
Fucking Math
Reader Rabbit. You don't remember those games?
Nah, man. I went to Armstrong Middle School. We didn't have that. We had fucking.
I was in Columbus.
I know, but we had Don't Get Killed.
Oh, no, mind. I was going to private school at that time.
You were a rich guy over here. Fucking rich guy. We're private school. We were playing Don't Get Shot leaving the house.
Sit your ass down. You don't come from the neighborhood
school.
like that.
The school.
You come from Cross Gates.
I'm talking about Armstrong. I'm talking about the school, Armstrong.
Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, Peppers in Time. Let's learn a little bit about that. All right. So Pepper's Adventures in Time is basically a click adventure game released in 1993 for the MS-DOS, developed by Sierra Online. Sierra Online. They made all those educational games pretty much. You play as Pepper Pumpernickel, a time-traveling girl who accidentally messes up history while trying to fix her uncle's time machine. It's got a wild mix of humor, historical figures like Benjamin Franklin, and some serious offbeat puzzles. All right. And it was an educational game in the mix of like Reader Rabbit, Math Rabbit, and like Oregon Trail, all those like games you played in like a computer lab in school. All right. And let's see what else. It's a Sierra Classic. Yep. It came on those 3.5-inch floppy disk. And that's it.
Well, you know what we got to do now?
Gameplay.
Got to roll some of that beautiful bean footage.
Yep. All right. Pepper's Adventures in Time. Adventure in Time gameplay.
It's probably a good game for its time because it's Sierra. Sierra made King's Quest, Space Quest.
Yeah, Sierra had a lot of good games.
Yeah.
All right, let's share this. Let me share my screen. For the listeners, we're just going to play a quick trailer. Listen to that music. Listen to that music.
It's not like the one from God, whatever it was.
Yeah. All right. Grant, you see that?
I see it. Well, that brings me back. I remember that.
Yeah. Now you got a dog.
Okay. It's the complete party thing. We don't see all that.
What's that?
So this is like a.
It goes through time and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like a puzzle solver type game. Okay.
Pay the tax. Yep.
Yeah. This is just like a King's Quest type game. That's good though. Can't really hate on this game.
Yeah, it's just an educational game. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's enough of that. Yeah, so Pepper's Adventure in Time, 1993. Yep. MS-DOS.
I was 9.
Yeah.
So, looks like we have come to the end of the podcast.
That is it, dude.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna wrap it up for us. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Go follow that YouTube. Hit the like, subscribe.
Oh, there goes your mic. Can't even close the episode. Look at that.
They don't want us to leave. That's the thing. There we go. They don't want us to leave.
No, you just messed up your equipment.
No. Hey, don't you? You just messed up your face. Anyway, so I should have yo mama. Remember they said that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
let's go, delayed boy.
God, man, you done messed me up. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, if you guys can, if you're listening and you guys enjoy the podcast, go subscribe to YouTube for us. Also, if you guys could, if you do like the podcast, go to Apple and Spotify and give us a 5-star review.
Yes, please do that.
The thing is, we piss off a lot of the fucking...
Oh, yeah. We get a lot of that.
Very woke people on social media because
they don't like us very much.
We give a factual opinion about stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you
and
can't give you can't give
they
you don't have
don't like
opinions
that,
anymore.
so they try to go to places to give us like 1 star.
Yeah, that's
And
okay.
one guy, literally, one of his comments was, I didn't like what you said on X. You made fun of me."
Oh,
Some stupid stuff like that.
well, sorry. Well, that's okay. Anyway, so all right, you got anything else to add?
No, man, that's it.
All right,
Delayed.
guys. Y'all have a great weekend, and we will see y'all Tuesday. Peace.
Thanks for joining, guys. See ya. Peace.